Dude, the parking garage in our apartments has like an opening, and right by the opening is like a tall tree. And every time I'm by it, I'm like, I bet I could jump out and grab that tree and like slide down, but I don't want to like die.
Yeah.
It would just be the scene in The Gray where he just goes all the way down and just like, I see my daughter. Let her take you there.
I can hear the ocean.
Every fucking week, new movies get released. How does anyone ever see these? There are too many movies.
Welcome to There Are Too Many Movies, family.
Oh.
This week on There Are Too Many Movies, we watched Godzilla Minus One. But before we talk about that, we're going to talk about what we've been watching. I'm Chris Collins.
I'm Josh, the Josh Rodriguez, Film School University.
And I'm Alex.
You Jew motherfucker, you!
But before we talk... about...
I want to do one.
Yeah, why don't you hit the button too? If I could get through the intro.
Okay, I like that one.
Nice. Shout out to Creed. That's Creed.
Metallic.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Creed.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
It's actually Alter Bridge.
It's actually Pantera. I learned about him in my Texas history class. Anyways, $5 a month on Patreon will get you access to a bonus episode every week, a bonus episode every month, access to the Discord, feed pics. You can watch Alex come tribute this Godzilla action figure right here.
True.
What else?
Those all fit in jars.
Unboxing videos.
Yeah,
baby.
true.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Discord.
I said it.
Jerk
Oh,
off instructions.
bonus episodes?
I said that.
Monthly
Said that.
and weekly.
Said that.
Suppies and GMPs.
Suppies, GMPs.
Said that.
Criterion Closet.
Kinda, I guess, yeah.
He didn't fucking say it.
He
There's
didn't
two
even
of 'em.
Say it. He didn't even know
There's
about
fucking
it.
two of them in all
This
time.
fucking guy's
say it,
fucking
dude.
mook over here doesn't know about the goddamn Criterion Closets.
Yeah, we do our little version of the Criterion Collective Closet every once in a while when we have a guest once a year. We'll fucking have them look at my collection. So,
We're in the closet.
they don't get to keep anything though, because of course not.
'Cause
That's
no.
mine. They're like, yeah. They're like, so now what? And I'm like, now you put it back.
Now bye-bye. Now you can leave.
Now you can leave.
Put it back where you fucking left it. Get the fuck out of my house.
And then we cancel the Venmo that we did, and then block them on everything.
We send a request instead of a payment.
You're welcome.
$300 request, just like, you're welcome. Anyways, who wants to kick off watch list? Josh, you should. You haven't in a while.
Whoa.
Yeah, you should.
Kind of forcing me to do something. I don't
We're
wanna
not
do.
forcing you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do
okay.
it.
Okay, fine. Past Lives. It was a rewatch. I'm going through my top shit to kind of better gauge it and kind of start getting my list together. Past Lives was a favorite for this year, and it still holds up, man. It's fucking great. I actually watched it with Carly. She loved it too. Tugs on your heartstrings at the very end there. Such a great fucking movie. It really, really is.
It's a big poo-hoo joint.
Dude, that last shot is like so perfect.
It's a heartbreaker, man. Man, go watch it if you haven't seen it for whatever reason. It's definitely one of the best of the year. I hope it gets nominated for Best Picture.
It's got to.
It's
Yeah.
got to?
I
Best Picture? I don't know about that.
I don't think it'll win by any means at all, but I hope it gets nominated.
I think it'll
It
get
deserves
a
a nom.
nom somewhere, but picture, probably not. Probably not Best Picture.
It deserves a nom. All right.
Dude, speaking of top shit, we have kind of an issue. We're going to be recording our top shit before like a bunch of movies come out around Christmas, right?
That happens. I mean, that's par for the course.
Like Ferrari comes out on Christmas Day. We're not
Yeah.
going to be able to...
Doesn't it come out on the 22nd? It comes out Christmas Day.
I thought it was Christmas Day.
I thought
Well,
so.
we can watch it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we could, but I want to see it in the theater for
Same.
the first time.
I wanna-
That's what sucks.
I
It's
wanna
a
see it
Michael
in IMAX.
Manzi's joint.
We've had it for several weeks now, and I'm like still waiting to watch it in theaters.
Yeah.
We might need to do that. But anyways, yeah, we'll figure out. We'll do our best. You know what I mean? But that's all we can do is our best.
Well said.
All right. Past Lives is fucking great. Go check it out. And then I watched another screener, The Zone of Interest.
Let's go, dude.
Now, you brought it up last week
Another feel-good movie.
from Jonathan Glazer. For the director of Under the Skin, Chris talked about it last week. It's like a World War II film from the perspective of a German family, one of whom is a director at Auschwitz.
Yeesh. Director of photography?
He's not a director of photography. He's a director of mayhem and evil things.
Mayhem and evil things. That's what the paperwork says.
He's arguably a bad guy.
You could argue it.
You could argue.
You could argue the directors of Auschwitz were bad guys.
Yeah.
It's on his business card. It's just like bad guy.
Yeah.
Let's see Adolf Hitler's card.
Oh, it's actual
The baddest guy.
It's just a black card. There's
Yeah.
nothing on it.
You're like, fuck, that's a cool
It's
card.
charred. You're like, oh, fuck.
The subtle off-black coloring.
So what did you use for the ink?
Jesus.
Hey, that's what he's
He's a
what
bad
they
guy.
did.
He's a bad guy.
He's the baddest guy.
thinking of the worst things I can possibly think. Why is it charred? Oh,
Jesus.
I'm just saying, dude.
Just doubling down.
Look, it's facts.
He's a bad guy.
So anyways, how's Zone of Interest?
Zone of Interest was neato. Dude. It's a really good movie, and it's haunting, dude, in a lot of areas, because it's like you have this family. I don't want to spoil anything, but you have this family that is going about their lives and growing up and being a family and shit, and then you see like the train passing by in the background. And
It's so subtle. It's such an interesting take on the Holocaust.
It sounds very, very well pulled off.
It's very good.
Screams at night and fucking yeah. I don't want to go too far into it. But
You have the same issue I had, where it's like you want to describe why it's so unique, but you want someone to watch it.
nah.
Like the day-by-day aspect of...
Yes.
Yeah,
It's so good.
It sounds extreme.
Dude, the ending. Obviously, you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil, but it's one of my favorite endings ever.
Really.
Yeah.
Is it like a prequel to Oppenheimer?
It kind of caught me off guard, but I didn't enjoy it? Question mark. I mean,
I thought it was so fucking cool.
I really wish I would have saw it in the theater. That was the one thing. We had to
Yeah.
watch a DVD screener. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
We, as in me, I was the only one that saw it. Legally, I'm the only one that can watch it. All right. Anyway,
There's some fine print we're covering
Yeah.
here.
but dude, check it out in theaters if you can. I
Yeah.
really wish I would have saw it in theaters, but I couldn't make that screening that you went to, Chris. You son of a bitch. You had a good time at the screener.
Oh, yeah.
The screening.
Yeah, I did. I wouldn't say I had a good time. That's what I was like.
Hashtag good time.
Yeah.
He actually didn't even get like an email or anything. They just saw a blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy, and they were like, "You need to come to the screening."
Yeah.
Get in here, pal.
Get in here, buddy.
Hey, I'm just walking along. They're like, "Hey, boy, you seem like you'd love a Holocaust film."
Yeah.
I would.
They're like, "What gave it away?" And he's like, "Get in here."
Get in there, buddy.
Get in there, bud.
Check out The Zone of Interest, the new Jonathan Glazer joint.
Glazer.
Did you like it more than Under the Skin?
No.
Yeah,
The Under the Skin is just, ScarJo is an alien. So that's
Yeah.
It's a very unique
checks two of
movie.
my
Yeah.
boxes.
Visually a lot more striking than this one.
Yeah.
But this one is a totally different topic and everything, and
Yeah.
different. It's a period film, obviously, so but it's still very Jonathan Glazer.
Yeah.
Just
Sexy Beast, also check that out. Pretty good. Cinema. Then I watched, let's go with You Hurt My Feelings. Now, this is a 2023 joint, just came out earlier this year. Julia Louis-Dreyfus
Oh, okay.
is a writer. She's writing a book, and then she catches her husband talking about the book and is like, oh, it's really bad. It's fucking terrible. So the whole movie is sort of about their relationship. It's a really good movie. I don't want to go into it too much. It's just a really good romantic drama. I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know how else you would. Yeah, it's just good.
So it's a drama?
It's a good character study. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I heard good things. I kind of assumed it was like a dark comedy.
Yeah, it kind of looked like a. I mean, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, she does that.
That's a better way of putting it.
Okay.
It's a dark comedy.
like Carnage or something like that.
Not as intense.
Okay.
Definitely less dramatic than that, but still very good. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, of course, is amazing, and the guy that plays her husband in this movie is fucking awesome. I've seen him before, but like he's what I haven't seen before, and this is very interesting that they do in this movie is a bad therapist.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's like really bad at his job, and he's like, yeah, so this is like the time where your dad is doing this, and the patient's like, that's not my dad. And
he's like getting the patients wrong.
And he's sitting there just like,
That's really funny.
He's just like writing bullshit. Like, oh,
Yes.
Cognitive dissonance.
Yeah, a fucking liar.
Pathological liar? Question mark.
Yeah, question
Go on.
mark.
So, and then he's on a Zoom call with another patient where he gets something wrong about it. He's like, oh, you should do this. He's like, yeah, I'm not going to do that, man. And he's like, okay, well, that's all the time that we have. And he's like, all right. And then, like, right before the guy hangs up, he's like, fucking retard. he hangs it up. That's what he says.
It's awesome.
The therapist did?
No, the patient.
Oh God! If the
God.
therapist
If
said
that would've
it,
been so
that'd have been
fucking
so
funny.
fucking funny if the therapist said it.
I
He's like,
love-
what was that? Like right before, like
It is those scenes in the movie that really steal it for me is her husband.
that sounds great.
Shouts to that. Really solid movie. Let me see. Oh, then I started watching a new series for me that I haven't gotten into a series in a good long minute here.
Sinner season 1.
You're going to hate this, dude.
Oh God, what is it?
The West Wing.
Let's go, dude. Let's fucking go, dude.
I've heard this is great.
Let's fucking walk and talk, dude.
So many walk and talks, dude.
They're so busy.
So busy.
They're so
Why are you so busy all the time?
Oh, dude, we're in the White House. We're so busy.
Bradley, what's his name? Bradley
Whitford.
Jesus Christ.
What's
dude.
up? I'm a forehead.
What's What's up? I got a clown haircut, buddy.
What's up?
And I'm the shit, dude.
What's up? My hairline moved back to make room for my big fucking brain, dude.
I fucking love this show, dude.
He's so good. It's so good. Fuck you.
I would give it a shot.
No, dude, it's actually fucking amazing.
No, I've heard that like even for people that hate Sorkin, like it is like you should give
and
it a
he's
shot.
not the only one that worked on it. I mean, there are other
Right,
writers
of course,
and everything,
yeah.
but he's the creator, showrunner. Martin Sheen is the president of the United States. You have Rob Lowe in it. Fucking that dude, Bradley Whitford. Allison Janney.
Oh, she's awesome.
She's so fucking good.
the press
as CJ.
secretary.
Yes, as a press
She's
secretary.
probably one of my favorite characters.
Easy.
Just a weathered, like, all right, I'm delivering what the president's saying, and everybody's got questions, and she's like, yes, like
The way she deals with press. I mean, it is perfectly casted. And just pacing wise, one of the best shows ever, dude. And you don't have to like be dialed the fuck in the whole time.
Not really.
I'm like working while I'm watching it.
Yeah.
It's just one of those like, oh man, when you catch tidbits of like some like really good banter, some really good dialogue, it is easy to digest show that makes you feel smarter when you watch it.
Yeah.
And makes you want to walk and talk at the same time.
There was a period where I was putting that on HBO Max on my phone and getting on the elliptical.
Let's go.
So I was
dude.
like a walk and talk while I was like
You're just with them.
yeah, I was just like, I'm smart and busy too.
You have like a file in your
Yeah. I'm delivering a message. Someone at Planet Fitness is like, I work here and this is the weirdest thing I've seen.
You're in a full fucking business suit with a little America pin on your lapel.
Yeah.
You're in one of those compilations like gym freaks.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking love this show. And I'm still on season 1. There's like 20 or so episodes per season.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
damn.
like 10 seasons too. It's a lot.
Was it on like CBS or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But it's fucking great. The writing is obviously fucking beautiful, amazing. Aaron Sorkin does this fucking thing.
It's what made Aaron Sorkin famous though.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
what put him on the map, like really.
I've heard that if you want to like actually give Aaron Sorkin a fair shot, you should watch West Wing and avoid that Sunset Strip show he did.
Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip?
Yeah, I've heard like the worst reviews of that.
I haven't watched that since
The Matthew Perry joint, right?
Yeah, I haven't watched that in a long time, but I liked it.
Okay.
It was basically like the West Wing, but someone running SNL. Matthew Perry
Oh, okay.
plays basically like Lorne
Lorne
Michaels.
Well, dude, the newsroom. I was and I was like watching The West Wing. I was like, oh, this is the newsroom.
Yeah.
It's that.
Yeah.
It is that.
He does his thing inside of capsules.
Yeah. Oh, I fucking love The West Wing, man. It is banger
It's 4-3, dude.
4-3 cinema. Check it out. And then finally, I was going to segue this into the fucking movie we watched, but Godzilla from 1998, dude. The Matthew Broderick, Roland Emmerich joint. Roland Emmerich. Also with Hank Azaria and then Jean Reno and some
yeah.
other fucking dudes.
Who plays Godzilla?
Big Lizzie.
The dinosaur with a big chin.
Yeah, he really did.
Fucking Jay Leno.
Jay Leno Godzilla, dude. Yeah.
Honestly, dude, fuck that movie.
I hate that fucking
It
movie.
is fucking terrible, dude.
I need to rewatch it.
I got the Steelbook.
Me too. Wait, I think I have it.
The
in
new
some...
Steelbook?
No, it was, I found it or
Okay.
something.
Oh, you got that
Not
one that's
that
been
one.
sitting at MTC for $60?
Not that one. Fuck that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
fuck?
I found a reasonably priced one. It was like $12. It has like
Okay.
a dent in it and shit. But it turned out to be 4K. I was like, oh, fucking cool.
Nice.
Anyways, fucking awful, dude.
Really?
It is so bad. It is
haven't
the
seen-
worst, one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
I thought I loved it as a kid. I would
Me
love
too.
I would love to rewatch it.
I fell asleep in the theater, and I was, what, 6?
Wow. No, dude, it's fucking terrible. You can tell Roland Emmerich doesn't give a flying fucking shit about Godzilla based on this movie, based on the way it looks, based on everything about it. It's just like, how do we do Independence Day, but it's a dinosaur?
Yeah. I mean, some of the special effects are cool for the time, but other than that,
And he's doing his, like, he didn't write it, but he, like, adapted it from a different screenplay. And then he put in like his own shit in it. So like he has the mayor is Mayor Ebert and the fucking guy his
like Roger Ebert?
yes.
Oh my God.
And he looks like Roger Ebert and his like his aide looks like Richard Roper.
That's ridiculous.
And they're Gene Siskel. And they're in the movie throughout and it's like, okay, dude, you have your own little personal vendetta against Siskel and Ebert, and you want to take it out on them in this Godzilla movie, and then
This will show him.
this will show
A
them.
terrible movie.
Yeah, they don't get killed either. And I love that I looked up their review, Siskel and Ebert's review of Godzilla, and they were like, "You put us in your movie, and you didn't even have the fucking balls to kill us.
That's awesome.
Or eat us, or squish us." Like it's like goes to show. Like
They just make like one cameo. He's just like, I'm an idiot. And then
Basically,
that's
yeah.
like what happens.
yeah, because it's like this bumbling mayor that's an idiot is Roger Ebert.
To be fair, as a mayor, what do you do in that situation?
I guess.
Don't worry. He'll figure it out.
Yeah, this one guy.
And he
This
literally
one
does like
dude.
2 thumbs up at one point.
like
He's
Nixon.
yeah,
Yeah.
because the movie review.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
All right, got it.
Then he gets fucking.
But he's like, but you didn't have the balls to eat us or kill us or anything.
Yeah, you would think if you take the effort to put that character in,
Yeah.
you're like, I'm gonna gruesomely murder them.
Yeah, and they're like, this movie sucks, dude.
Dude.
Mayor Ebert died from face tanking a Godzilla shit. Godzilla took a shit onto
On the
Mayor
mayor.
Ebert.
Yeah, it's so fucking awful, dude. Didn't even finish watching it. I was like, this is genuinely so bad.
It's a rough. Yeah.
And they try to make Matthew Broderick like a sex symbol in the movie.
really?
Dude, there are other scientists that are like, oh my God, who is he? Like,
I just remember him in like a yellow raincoat. I remember
Yeah.
that. I don't know why. Yeah.
and like, oh my God, he's cute. Like, where did he come from? Shit like that, where it's like, really? Matthew Broderick?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not Ferris Bueller anymore.
Nah.
Weird.
It's fucking awful, dude.
He also killed a woman.
So bad. Oh, yeah, he did.
So did Rob Lowe.
Vehicular
Shout out
man-
being an actor.
Shout out to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Shout out vehicular manslaughter. And running away.
Shout out to paying it off.
The punishment for a crime is a fine, and the crime is only for the poor, and all that shit.
Anyways, that was it for me. Not cinema.
A pee pee poo poo certified movie.
Yeah. Certified dog shit, Godzilla shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm surprised to hear that, honestly.
Yeah.
Every time I see that cover, I'm like, oh, nostalgia.
Oh, dude, like every time I see the marketing for it, like even the title treatment, the fucking
it's
Godzilla
great.
with the fucking
eye.
font. I loved it.
Dude. Yeah.
Awful. So bad.
Bummer.
Terrible, you could argue.
Terrible.
Dog shit.
So you
even.
don't recognize it in Godzilla canon lore?
No, and my favorite thing about Godzilla Final Wars is that like that version of Godzilla shows up for like a second, and then like the Japanese Godzilla fucking suplexes him into a building. Like, it's so awesome.
Just immediately
Yeah,
dead.
like he's like it doesn't even stand a chance.
Hell yeah.
It's great. It's like their version of being like fuck that.
Yeah. It's also a female, right? Female Godzilla.
Yeah, she lays eggs. I remember, and there's like a bunch of little Godzillas.
Madison Square Garden is like full of eggs.
Yeah. Get it together, Roland Emmerich.
Anyways.
Yeah, dog shit. All right, Priscilla by Sofia Coppola.
Nice.
This is a good time. This is, I think, by its very nature, slightly. I don't want to say it. Underwhelming is the wrong word. I can't think of the word I want to say. It's unsatisfying because her life inherently was sort of unsatisfying.
Oh shit! Sorry.
For those who don't know, Priscilla, what's her fucking face, married Elvis. He started grooming her when she was like 14. Her dad, who is like a U.S. Army general, was like, all right, that's fine. And then he took guardianship of her as a teenager in school, and she lived in Graceland and all that shit. A weird life, but an interesting one, and a pretty beautifully shot movie, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Check it out if you're into that lore and whatnot. If you're not into that history, you probably won't enjoy it.
How was he as Elvis?
Jacob Elordi, he's a great actor, and I think he did a fine job, but he just doesn't look the part to me.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
He's a little too perfect.
They
Right?
didn't do a big prosthetic chin.
No, yeah, I mean he's literally too handsome. He's more handsome than Elvis.
Yeah.
Like,
They should cast Jay Leno as.
yeah, modern day Jay.
And you just deep throats a mic.
Have
mercy.
Lord have mercy.
All right, so that was a good time. Rewatched Killers of the Flower Moon and Oppenheimer.
Ooh, I also rewatched Oppenheimer yesterday. Oh, 70 millimeter.
Yeah, nice.
In one day,
No, God, no.
Imagine.
That's like my whole day.
just have a 1,000-yard stare like that, like that war meme.
Dude, yeah. Yeah, Killers. They're both gonna be in my top shit, I assume, at this point, based on
Top
what I've
Shit's gonna
seen.
be tough this
This
year,
has been
dude.
a good year.
This has been an amazing
My
year,
good
yeah.
year hat is gonna come in very handy this year.
I have it. But
Oh, do you? Okay, cool.
but
I was
mean,
wondering where
like,
it was.
Yeah, it's in the fucking.
Okay. Yeah, watch those fucking masterpieces of movies. Check them out. The Boy and the Heron. Chris and I went to a showing. It was sadly not the dub, which was not announced to us. But I mean, that's fine. It was.
Oh,
a
was it the
screening.
Robert Pattinson?
It was the Japanese voices with subs.
I bet they thought like I'm sure the cinephiles would want it in the but this is an exception.
Yeah, this particularly with Ghibli movies, they really take extra care to have great dubs, and
So this was kind of an L, if you will.
honestly, yeah, on,
was
on their
bummed-
part, I was really
bummed
bummed.
immediately.
Yeah, I was immediately like, okay, so this is. I mean, it's really interesting though, because right off the bat, you're like, oh, obviously Willem Dafoe will be voicing the Heron. You hear the Japanese voice, and you're like, oh, they're doing a Japanese impression of Willem Dafoe
Yeah.
for this character. It initially,
like me lobster.
me lobster, you fucking farts. Initially, like walking out of it, I was a bit disappointed, but the more I think on it, the more I like it. How did you feel?
I was overall underwhelmed.
I get you. The third act introduces problems too quick and resolves them too quickly. The third act is a little bit too. I don't want to say too fantastical because it is like a fantasy movie essentially. But things get resolved like unnaturally quickly, and the ending is the most abrupt of any Ghibli movie I've seen.
It is. It's like they ran out of paper.
Yeah.
It's like
You're
it's
like,
sort
oh
of
shit.
I was like, oh okay,
Yeah.
odd. But also, I mean, it goes without saying the animation's amazing.
It's the best animation they've ever done.
Of course. But sometimes as I was watching this, I was just like, oh, they're just doing really boring, monotonous things to show off their animation right now.
Right.
Like he would be like, oh, hold on, I gotta go put on my pants. And the character would go up, put on an entire outfit. And it was like really beautifully done to watch because you're just like, oh, I'm watching a whole character put on clothes and
Yeah.
everything's flawlessly done.
It's
and I don't know,
borderline
it's like-
rotoscoped looking. It's so perfect.
it's really good, but then I was just there was times when I was like, okay, like the pacing is really sparse and slow for me.
Yeah, the pacing is weird because like the first half is very, very slow, and then it's like, boom, we're in fantasy world, and then like,
I mean, obviously there was like the thing I love about Ghibli movies is it will do something insane just with no explanation.
yeah,
And-
it's got that childlike wonder, like in Spades.
That, but it also has like it's like almost like Dark Souls where something will just happen in the game and you're just like, oh, that implies like 1,000 books of lore.
Yes.
Like what just happened implies like so much that you don't know about a world.
Yeah,
And none of it's like even addressed sometimes where they just like run past certain things that are immensely mystical and you're just like, okay, what
Yeah.
the fuck was that? And that part's always interesting to me, but I was pretty fucking bored, to be honest with you. If I didn't have a Coke Zero, if I didn't smuggle in a Coke Zero, yeah, I would have fallen asleep probably.
Or a Mountain Dew Game Fuel.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Or a Code Red.
Yeah.
Or a Live Wire or a Blackout.
Yeah.
Or a Zoa.
Oh.
That was good. Nice.
Ooh, Mana.
Delicious red mana.
Red Mana. Initially, I think I gave it like 3.5 stars. I think I'd bump it up to 4 based on like how much I've thought about
Damn.
it since.
Doesn't sound like a 4 though.
That's the thing is like, I think if I saw the dub, I would have reached that level of enjoyment a lot more. I so look forward to their dubs in particular that
Yeah.
and that's partly like when when we did Spirited Away and you said you didn't watch the dub, I was like, no. Like it changes that movie.
This movie felt a lot like Spirited Away.
It did.
Because it was like a young person in a mystical world. I guess that's a lot of their movies.
Yeah.
But it reminded me of Spirited Away because it was so honestly slow and boring.
Okay. I mean, the fantastical elements really like lended that to me. I think Spirited Away is their most well realized in terms of like implied mythology and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But
It still has these like, you know what kept me going in this? The comedy.
Oh yeah, it was
It's
surprisingly
hilarious.
funny.
It's
Dude,
so funny.
The Heron.
The Heron is so funny.
Yeah.
And then like the old ladies
Yes.
were so funny. Like these decrepit, like tiny, like 1 foot tall ladies that were just
Yeah.
like could not do anything. Like they were just like very fickle and funny.
And then the Wara Wara is like the cutest thing they've ever designed in ever.
Yeah.
Cuter than the Soot Sprites and Totoro and Spirited Away.
You know, there's a thing where they go to him and they're like, yeah, but which one's going to be the plushie?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, we need a plushie. And he's like, fine, I'll do a little cloudy marshmallow thing.
They're like little ghosts.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, woo. And they're like floating
They're like
away.
tumbling on each other and
Yeah.
shit. It's great.
They're all goofy and funny.
Yeah.
The way, like, it's like they're butchering a pig and they're like, ooh.
Yeah.
They're so funny.
See, I want
Like
to see
blood is going everywhere.
Oh, dude, yeah. When he butchers the fish and he's like trying
it's
to
a
get
fish,
through.
yeah,
he's
not a
trying.
pig,
He's trying to
sorry.
like get through part of it, and then it like fucking like Sanjuro explosion of blood in his face. It's awesome.
wow.
Hits the jugular on a fish and it was just like hits the carotid artery and,
Yeah.
and then all the little cute ghosts are like, wow.
Yeah,
It was fucking.
it's awesome.
I would love to see a compilation of the animation of the boy and the
Yeah,
Heron.
dude, the intro. So there's a part in The Wind Rises from Ghibli. I think it was the movie they did just before. Not just before, like 10 years ago, but the last one before this, where there was like a fire in Tokyo. It's like the Great Fire of 1921 or some shit like that. But they animated it, and the animation in that part of the movie is like unreal. And the first like 5 to 10 minutes of Boy and the Heron was like that, but even better.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's like they flex animation wise in this movie.
Fair enough. I was interested only because of the Robert Pattinson
I get you.
voiceover. I was like, okay, I would be interested in seeing it because of that. But
I mean, the
sucks that they didn't have the American dub.
the American cast is stacked. It's Robert Pattinson, Willem Dafoe, Anya Taylor-Joy, Dave Bautista,
Oh, wow.
Gemma Chan, who I don't know who that is, to be honest
Christian
with you.
Bale, right?
Yes, Christian Bale. Yeah,
2 Batmans in the same
that's true.
anime.
Anime. Well said.
They meet at the voice studio and they do the Spider-Man meme. They're just
Yeah.
like, you.
And they're like, nah, we're better than them.
He's like, I was buffer. He's like, yeah,
You were,
you are.
but I was more emo.
Yeah,
I get more they them pussy.
yeah. Something was in my way.
Something. Dude, that photo of the Batman at karaoke. That's the funniest shit.
It's the best, dude.
Something in the way.
It's so good.
All right, Boy and the Heron. That was a good time. I'd say cinema, probably not 4.3. And then a rewatch of, like, do you ever watch something that you didn't realize the amount of nostalgia you had for it because it's been so long?
Yeah.
That was me with Godzilla versus Space Godzilla from one of the Heisei collections over there.
Ooh.
This is so fucking fun and awesome and campy and serious at the same time.
Is it the one where Godzilla, like, he flies on his back?
No, that's Godzilla versus Megalon.
Oh, man.
Dude,
the
where
best.
he does that twice in a row, by the way. That's my favorite thing. They're like, that was so good, let's do it a second time.
Yeah,
That's one of the funniest things they've ever done.
They probably just flipped the shot.
yeah, probably.
I don't even know. It's great.
It's just next to when he deep throats somebody with a pine tree or whatever.
Yeah.
Where he just like, yeah, he shoved a pine tree down one of the monster's throat.
Pretty
funny.
cool stuff. Yeah, Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. This is obviously Godzilla fighting a version of Godzilla from fucking space. He flies through like the solar system in like a crystal ship that's also his body.
Sure.
And he like kidnaps the son of Godzilla. My favorite thing is that NASA and the U.S. military and the Japanese military, the JSDF, are all working together, and there's like surveillance footage from Jupiter, and where they're looking at Space Godzilla, and they're like, "What the hell is that?" And then they get like more surveillance footage.
It's just flying backwards, like on the and it's Earth, like on its tail,
and then there's footage
shooting
from
a laser backwards as propulsion.
That's all they had to do in Gravity, by the way. Just fart.
Yeah.
There's footage inside of like the International Space Station where Space Godzilla shoots crystals through the station, and everyone in there is like, "What? No!" And then one of the U.S. military generals is like, "Our best guess is that it's some kind of giant space monster." And like the most serious take.
great.
It's awesome.
That's so funny. Just like going out to like a press conference, she's like, "I don't know what's fucking going on."
Yeah. It's awesome. There it's got Space Godzilla, Godzilla Mogera, which is like a burrowing 3-part version of Mechagodzilla. It's weird.
I want to see a West Wing and Godzilla crossover where they have to like deal with the impacts of Godzilla.
Oh my god.
Taking over New York or something. And
Aaron Sorkin writing Godzilla -2.
let's
Minus
fucking
2.
go, dude.
I would watch that.
I would say.
Yeah, a great time. Cinema 4.3. It's honestly most classic Godzilla movies. I would give the 4.3 treatment just based off of nostalgia.
Of course.
But
and
this
that's
one,
your shit.
Yeah, and this one is certifiably a banger. I've loved Godzilla my whole life. I guess you could say me love Godzilla a long time.
Nice. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right.
All right, fair enough. Chris?
I watched The Men Who Stare at Goats.
Ooh.
So
Coen Brothers,
I've been
man.
I've been getting into some. I've been getting into like a lot of like CIA, FBI, military stuff.
Weird
like,
boy shit.
Yeah, yeah. Well, not weed boy shit.
No, weird boy shit. Oh, but yeah, weed boy shit. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I guess. But
Conspiracy boy shit.
Yeah.
kind of, yeah, tinfoil hat shit. But so I was reading about the real CIA department who was like doing Men Who Stare at Goats stuff, like psyop shit. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll watch the Men Who Stare at Goats,
A hilarious comedy.
which I can never remember is not a Coen's film.
Wait, isn't?
See,
It's not?
it's not. It feels like it, right? It's
Who
got
did
George
it?
Clooney. I
Yeah.
don't know, just some dude.
What?
I know.
I could have
They didn't
sworn
write
my
it?
whole life.
I don't think so.
That's got to be a Mandela effect.
I know, right?
They wrote it for sure.
No, I think it's written and directed by the same guy. Let's see. Where the fuck is the information? No,
CIA
literally
took it down.
Literally nothing about like. Okay. Grant Heslov.
Who the fuck is
no
that?
idea.
They produced it, perhaps?
Nope. George
What
Clooney produced it.
the fuck?
Let me go to IMDb and get the real facts. Get to the bottom of it. Writers: John Ronson and Peter Strawn.
Why does it feel like such a Coen Brothers movie?
Ewan McGregor, George Clooney, Kevin Spacey. It's because it's like in the same vein as a Coen Brothers movie, I guess.
yeah.
It's got
It's
George Clooney,
Positive. Yeah.
He's always in Coen films,
Right.
And then it has that same stupid people in complex situations thing that
Yeah.
Coen Brothers love to do. But no, it's fucking not. Even though the whole movie, I thought it was, and then it ended with I was like, oh fuck,
Oh fuck! The biggest
know.
twist of that movie.
yeah. It doesn't. It's funny because it's very funny. The movie is hilarious, but it's also. I'm glad this movie exists.
Yeah.
But it's also so historically inaccurate. I mean, that goes without saying. But like,
course.
these are based on actual events.
But none of these individual instances did happen.
No, like George Clooney plays a guy who is a known like remote viewer, which is basically spying via psychic consciousness.
Via your god self.
Yeah.
Like,
No, like they've done real studies on like going out of your body and remote viewing a different location and coming back. So anyways, this guy, George Clooney, he plays like, his name is like Lynn or something. I've heard podcasts where these other people in CIA talk about this guy and they're like, it was scary. And like we were all skeptical, and then he would be like, yeah, this is where it is. Or, you know, he could find nuclear things very easy because I guess it's easy to spot nuclear stuff when you're in that realm.
Okay.
Sure, whatever.
Okay.
But so then I'm over here like listening to these podcasts like, oh my God. And then I watch Men Who Stare at Goats, and it just makes them look like bumbling idiots,
Yeah.
which they might have been, but I don't know. But yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. History is written by the victors. And this guy could be the biggest fucking idiot on earth and the biggest liar.
Yeah.
But we'll never know.
And his name was Victor.
And his name was Victor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they
Nice. Well said.
they also allude to him actually having superpowers though. Like there's moments where it's like yeah, he looks really stupid, and Ewan McGregor the whole time is like, this guy's an idiot. I gotta follow him and write a story.
Oh, yeah.
And then George Clooney, it cuts to this one scene where they're sitting outside waiting, and like he's flipping a coin, and he's just like heads. He's looking the other way, and he's just calling it.
It's like, yeah, you got a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, but then he goes what's your record with this? Because he was at like 246, correct? So he was just like, how was he doing that?
True.
And he's like, what's your record? He's like 800 something. And it's just like, anyways.
He's
yeah.
using like a weighted coin. He's like, heads,
Yeah.
heads, heads, heads.
And then the movie ends with Ewan McGregor like turning it over and seeing they're both heads, like having like the fucking Kaiser Soze moment,
Yeah.
and just like, oh no.
Oh, God.
But it's a fun movie. I highly recommend it. It is based on actual CIA things. So when you know that, you're just like, that's fucking insane.
It is. CIA is just the craziest thing humanity has ever done as human beings.
It's way worse than you think.
Way worser.
Way worse. Anyways, that's a great movie. Somehow not a Coen Brothers film. Black Hawk Down.
Ooh.
Okay.
Dude.
All right.
A classic.
A classic.
Is that Michael Bay?
No. I don't
Isn't
think
that
so.
what we watched? That
It doesn't matter.
No, it's Ridley Scott, dude.
Ridley Scott.
Yeah. Yeah, Ridley Scott.
Pearl Harbor was Michael Bay.
Ah.
Yeah.
And the Japanese.
Black Hawk Down is great. It's probably one of the most realistic war movies, even though it's not that realistic. It's based on an actual event, and it shows you how tactical and chaotic it can actually get. Where like it's so funny to watch a war movie that's not super hoorah. It's like from the moment they get there, shit just goes wrong.
Dude, yeah.
Like,
I saw
like
it.
literally dude falls off the fucking rappel rope, and it just like starts a chain of events that like kills 30 some men or something.
I remember just feeling extreme anxiety at a young age watching this movie for the first time, like in a way that like I was like, oh, this will be a cool, fun, shooty bang bang movie, and I'm like, I'm scared.
Oh,
Like-
dude, I remember that for Saving Private Ryan.
Oh my God, I was physically sick the first
Yeah.
time I saw.
Yeah.
It fucks.
Black Hawk Down was like it came out around the same time. It was definitely a reaction to Saving Private Ryan. Because
Yeah.
then a lot of those movies started coming out. Then Pearl Harbor, then this movie, then,
It's a great movie. It's very visceral and very fucking raw and like tough to watch at times. Because it's very realistic, like the wounds and the way they treat like war. It's very good. Josh Hartnett turns in a great performance.
Josh Hartnett's a great
yeah.
actor, dude.
He's
so
awesome.
good.
He's a fucking scene stealer in Oppenheimer,
He's
dude.
so good.
God, I fucking love him in that.
The faculty
The Faculty.
of the faculty fan.
The faculty thing.
And then also fucking Black Mirror, dude. His
Yeah.
episode
Yeah.
of Black Mirror this year.
One of the best like episodes of any series.
His
I've ever
individual
seen.
performance might be my favorite of the season.
Yeah.
If not,
Hands down.
If not, then Annie Murphy in episode 1.
True, but I think the Josh Hartnett episode appeals more.
Yeah, it feels more classic Black Mirror.
Yes,
where it's
exactly.
like the most insane concept technologically, where he takes it to like the millionth level.
Whereas the Annie Murphy one was more like meta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was laughing to myself during Black Hawk Down because there was like this moment where like the movie starts with like, oh, this operation was supposed to like be done like months ago and it's dragging on and not, so he basically just tries to brute force and get these prisoners out. And then it turns into one of the biggest clusterfucks in Marine history. And so that general is just so fucked. I was like, he was still noble the whole time, like, no man left behind. We're getting everybody out. But then I just pictured him afterwards going to like his commanding officer Like, because he's just been fucking it up for months.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he made one last-ditch effort that was the worst shit show in all of, like mission history. And then I just pictured him just like, yeah, so, war is hell. And he's like, no, you're fired.
Yeah,
You're so fired. He's like, but
war is hell.
But war is hell.
You were so fucking discharged, man.
Yeah, he's like, have you guys ever read The Art of War?
Sun Tzu said,
Yeah.
it's all good, man.
You should always pretend to be weaker than you are. And that's what I did. I was pretending to be weak so that everyone's like, this fucking idiot.
It's actually a massive psyop operation.
Yeah.
And psychologically, they think they have the upper hand. They do. They killed a lot of us. They have a lot of our technology now.
It's all about the men you don't kill.
Anyways,
It's jazz warfare, if you will.
War is jazz.
we got some extra time. I'll talk about Sleepaway Camp.
Hey.
Have you guys seen that?
Yes.
Yes, heard of this.
Heard of it? Have you guys seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in a long time, but yeah.
The ending, man.
Just the
The
dumbest
ending is the
slasher.
only thing
That's
worth
the
the
thing.
shit.
Exactly.
The rest is just like, this movie sucks
Yeah.
so hard.
It's a shitty Friday the 13th summer camp.
It's not even like so bad it's good. It was just really bad.
Just
throughout.
really bad.
And then the
high
ending.
high knee socks and fucking tiny shorts. Balls everywhere.
fucking crop top guys playing baseball.
Yeah.
But then the fucking end of that movie, dude.
Amazing. One of the most haunting frames I've ever seen.
So fucking so fucking good, man.
Yeah. Anyways,
And now she has a career doing autographs for everyone forever because
Going
of
to
Showing up at
cons.
cons, yeah.
they're like, do the face. She's like, fuck off.
Eat shit. For $100, I'll do the face.
Yeah. Anyways, that's all I have. We should move on to the other thing.
Alrighty. The other thing being Godzilla Minus One, dude.
Gay movie. No.
Kick us off, Godzilla man.
The intro to this movie is one of the most intense, probably, of any Godzilla movie. The immediate, anger and size and brutality of, a smaller, younger Godzilla at the time, whenever it showed, was fucking insane. Very cool, very awesome sound design and visual design. Yeah.
Where does this take place in all of this?
Just post-war, post-World War II, whereas the original Godzilla was 1954, so a good 9-10 years after the bombs had been dropped on Japan.
Okay, so I don't know where this is supposed to, just in the lore. There's Shin Godzilla, and that's essentially an off thing.
It's not connected
It's
to
not.
Shin.
It's technically nothing is canon because there's so many interpretations.
Yeah. So this is another one of those, whoa, what's the monster?
This is a Godzilla Begins type thing.
Yeah. This is Godzilla Year One.
Got it. Got it.
yeah.
What does Godzilla Minus One mean?
I don't know.
They
Minus
have,
one country?
I guess it's
that's what he did?
Nice. It's before the first Godzilla, so minus Godzilla 1.
It's an interesting way to say
A prequel?
prequel.
Yeah. Also, the Japanese have weird titling of things, and they don't necessarily always translate well to English. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm cool with it though.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not
fine
trying to
with it.
dog on it, but yeah, they always try and do some colon before the other thing, parentheses, it's a new thing.
Yeah, and then a word that doesn't apply at all, in parentheses, if, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
If what?
Like, I don't know.
If it happened.
If, dude.
Yeah, it's just a hypothetical.
You'll have to watch to find
They're
out.
like, hey man, this is the 36th Godzilla movie we've made.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
What do you want to call it? Godzilla 36?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Sorry. Continue.
Yeah, I mean, just the aspect of Godzilla itself being basically the monster that embodies his PTSD from World War II is fucking awesome. I mean, he literally wakes up from dreams where Godzilla's attacking, and where that would normally be in place of what happened.
Oh, I
And-
thought you were saying Godzilla had PTSD.
Oh no, that'd be
I was
hilarious.
he wakes up, he's just on he's going to fucking VA services getting a bunch of Valium. I got a bomb dropped on me and I turned into a really fucked up lizard.
He's on the opium table.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that you begin with this really flawed character who decides oh, my plane's fucked up, I need to land.
Right. And also, can you really call that flawed if you don't want to kamikaze yourself?
But I mean,
But the
he's
war was
fighting
even
for his,
over.
It's over. It's fucking over.
It's
dude.
over.
Yeah,
It's
and
lost.
they were asking him to kill himself even though everything was done.
Exactly.
Right,
That's even more of just like, no.
Well, that was a part of like Japanese imperialism at the time. That like, it's kind of crazy. Like there are those reports of Japanese soldiers who lived in the Philippine wilderness for 30 years after the end of World War II, thinking that the emperor was a god and they wouldn't go to heaven if they didn't devote the rest of their life to him in combat. So they're just randomly killing Filipino people on these islands, and they're like, "What the fuck?" It's
Like nobody told him the war is over, basically.
well, that's the thing is like people for a long time were like, "Oh, no one told them." They knew.
They were just being honorable
Yes.
by killing innocent people for
Yes.
30 more years.
30 years straight.
This is the honorable thing to do.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but
I'm
yeah,
dying with honor.
but that's like where their headspace is
Yeah.
for those people. It's insane.
Honor and dignity is like so huge in their culture. Yeah. But like I think this kind of one of the undertones of this movie is that it is saying that that's kind of silly. Like one of
True.
the big
yeah.
undertones is, nah, you should live.
Not to spoil the very end, but like one of the best speech ever, dude, with a scientist with fucking great hair decides to tell everybody, he's like, we need to make this a zero death mission. He's like, nobody can die. Like we're doing this to live. We don't want any more lives lost, which is such a fucking great spin on the Godzilla story, because you're always used to people getting killed, and it's
Yeah, there's like 100 9/11s per Godzilla movie.
exactly
Like-
but to have the very end, it's like our mission is to survive no matter what, and if this works, it works, but if it doesn't, we're going to have our lives after this.
Cut to a bunch of people just be like, yeah, I'm out. I'm leaving the room.
Yeah, bye.
But fucking
nope.
great, man.
I'm going to go eat some ramen.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay, have you ever heard of a Screen X screening at Cinemark?
Yeah.
Is that like the made up fucking XD thing they do?
Sort
of.
of have the shaky seats.
No. So this is everything is at least twice as loud, and there are 3 screens. There's the screen in front, there's a screen on each side, and the whole thing extends around you. This is the worst theater experience I have ever had.
How do you always manage to have the worst shit happen to you possible?
Why did you do this?
It was the only option. I could only go last night, and they only had Screen X showings. I also didn't know what Screen X was. And I will say we were, to our credit, the very last people in there. To the point that after Godzilla first did the atomic breath up through the first boat, the first like chase scene where they're dropping the mines and shit, we were the last people in there, and we had to go. And to give you an idea how much it sucked, I love Godzilla more than anything else. It's my favorite franchise of all time. I've been looking forward to this for ever since it got announced. I couldn't do it.
So other people walked out?
Yes, the theater was empty when we left. People had been progressively leaving the whole movie. It was bad.
You didn't finish it.
It didn't.
Where did it end for you?
The scene where they were dropping mines, and then like the Godzilla went under and then did atomic breath through the ship.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No, I'm disappointed too.
God
I
damn it.
want to see this movie. And
How?
theaters keep fucking my asshole.
You keep fucking your asshole.
You keep fucking your asshole.
I'm not going to sit through some bullshit where
Go
it's-
to Alamo. Go to like a fucking regular movie theater where you don't have to deal with all this shit.
All right, well, I only had last night to watch it.
That's unfortunate, man.
I agree with you.
We saw it in IMAX.
I wouldn't even want to do that. I want a
dude.
regular theater,
It was
preferably my
IMAX
TV.
was sick. IMAX was sick. Dude.
But IMAX is a flat fucking thing, and it has great sound, and it's not fucking spraying water at you, or you're not having to look on 2 opposite sides of you. It's a fucking flat,
no
big
3D
screen.
Yeah.
goggles. or
No, I
anything.
agree. It's fucking stupid as shit that they do that.
That's awful.
I just want a regular
I've literally
theater auditorium.
never even heard of this.
No.
Us too. We went in and we were like, what the fuck is this shit?
ScreenX, which is a multi-projection theatre technology that provides moviegoers with a 270-degree panoramic viewing experience by expanding the screen onto the side walls of the cinema. So instead of 1 screen, you now have 3 screens.
We saw people the whole movie getting up to go, and we were like, oh my God, do we stay? This is horrible.
God damn.
We were the last ones in there, and we lasted about an hour.
That sucks, dude. Man.
So Cinemark, get your fucking shit together, and instead
you
of
get your shit together.
dude, instead of inventing new bullshit ways to watch a movie, simply have a regular theater, and that's that.
What?
And that's it.
Damn. Well, unfortunate, but wish you'd experience the ending. God damn.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck.
I think
we can't really talk about the ending now.
No.
You can.
No,
I
I
mean,
don't want to ruin it for you.
We need to cut it here, man. I think we need to just cut our losses.
Well, we can talk about this shit up until he left.
I don't think it's worth doing at that point. I think we Godzilla Minus One Part 1.
Godzilla minus 30 minutes. It's like Godzilla minus 1 hour for you.
Yeah.
And then next week we'll finish it.
I guess. But we'll do another movie next week. But you can watch list it next week or something.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's out of theaters now.
No, until the 15th.
Oh, it got extended?
Okay.
Oh, it got extended. There's that.
All right.
Damn.
Well, I don't want to talk about the rest of this movie without
Yeah, I don't want to ruin it for you.
having you. You're the Godzilla guy. You got to
Yeah.
see this.
Yeah, I guess we'll finish it up and then. But what else? The mine.
I mean,
scene
if you would have
was-
told us last night, we could have done it like late today.
I mean, that was like 1 a.m. and
you saw it at 1 a.m.
I saw it at 10:40 was the showing.
Lord.
Probably didn't start until 11,
Yeah,
11:10,
Yeah.
and then it lasted about an hour.
That sucks.
Yeah, pretty shit.
Unfortunate. Well, what is a 3-screen thing? No, dude, fuck that. What does a 3-screen thing even happen? Is this like
It's
the
like
Kanye thing where he tried to make like a whole like sphere of film screens?
I'm not sure what that
That's
looks
one
like.
above, below, side.
Yeah, so
It's like the
6,
whole. It wraps around from
5.
behind you to your left all the way to in front the regular screen, and then behind you to your right.
So it's just the most warped shit in the world.
It's completely warped and fucked up looking. It's also twice as loud to where I looked behind me and I saw people doing this.
What the fuck?
It was literally unbearable. I was like, I can't do this.
Welcome to the Cinemark fuck you experience,
Dude, yeah.
Where we like basically shoot it into a VR sphere.
Yeah, and then I went to go get a refund and everyone left. No one was there.
There's just some guy hiding behind the counter.
Yeah.
Like no one was there.
Yeah, dog shit. Go fuck yourself, Cinemark.
Yeah, that's hilarious though.
Dude.
It's so funny.
It is funny.
It's funny because like no matter what, the universe is just like fuck you.
Do you see why I hate movie theaters? I mean, even
It's a mix of things because
Okay.
they shouldn't exist, but also figure it the fuck out, dude.
no. If I buy a movie ticket, it should simply be a movie ticket.
But, like-
and don't give me some bullshit.
But okay, but I think going forward, you need to be like Screen X. What is that? And look it up. Or if it's like XD, what is that? Like look it up. Go to the Cinemark site and look at their experiences and be
right.
like, yeah, fuck this. I don't want to do this. Fuck that. I don't want to do that. Just kind of
X, you
yeah.
might-
Just look at the screenings that they provide you. And if it's a weird time and you can't watch it in time, you got to let us know.
All right. I just didn't want to postpone the episode or anything.
No,
whatever.
I would have happily done that to make sure that you watched the movie. I was desperately like, oh my God, I can't wait to hear what Alex thinks about this
Yeah.
movie.
We could have recorded it tomorrow if you wanted
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
But it doesn't matter at this point. But basically I just picture like the Screen X screening, like the trailers play, then the lights come up, and then like some guy comes out in a Godzilla suit. And then everybody's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Rah.
It's like the guy at that like Dragon Ball superhero screening that's like, everybody Kamehameha with me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Oh my! It's just like an interactive, like one of those like Rocky Horror Picture Show, like interactive experiences where they're
Oh
like
my
throwing
God, I
spoons
hate
or
that.
something. Whatever they do.
Yeah.
I went to one of those. It was funny. It was hilarious.
I don't want to be part of the show.
Yeah, it was kind of like I don't ever want to be involved, but it was funny to see all the people yelling stuff and everybody knew the scene was coming up and doing like bits about it. It was pretty funny, but
I think it's better if you've seen the movie before.
Oh yeah.
oh, for sure.
Yeah.
You don't want to go into like your
Like,
first
what the
screen.
hell?
What?
Like, why the fuck is this fucker singing?
They go to get a refund. Like, this was the worst experience. People
Yeah.
would not shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're called like party screenings sometimes at Alamo or something. They do those. But in general, that's like a thing. But yeah, sometimes like drag queens host them and they do like a whole thing.
That's fun.
Yeah, I've been to one of those. It was really funny.
As long as kids are not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kill him.
I'm just kidding.
That's what they
Cool.
think they're doing in the bathrooms. Just fucking Rocky Horror Picture Show indoctrinating kids. Anyways, what do you think of the mine scene? That was awesome.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I loved everything up until I had to go, but like it was like I had to like borderline blindfold and put my ears, like my fingers on my ears, to just tolerate being in there.
That sounds awful.
It
man.
was the worst thing they've ever done.
That's
at
wild.
Cinemark.
Dude, I loved how dumb the Godzilla looked. Like it had like that like sort of goofy
Killing machine monster. Yeah.
Well, it was a killing machine. It was cool looking, but it also had that, you know how like the old Godzilla in the suit is kind of cross-eyed?
Sure, yeah.
Like he's like just kind of goofy looking and kind of cute. Like his mouth is like shorter.
yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
liked the design of this one in that sense.
It was more old school.
yeah.
There's a detail about that I cannannot tell you because
Okay.
it deals with the
Well, there was a funny like the moment where he was like he had the mine in his mouth and he's just like that made me laugh
What
so
is
hard.
this?
Hey, what's this?
Yeah.
I'm just chasing a boat. Like I had no idea. What can we talk about? I don't know. He was a pussy. Should have blown himself up.
You should have.
Should have been a kamikaze guy.
Should have done it.
Should have
He
been.
also should have gunned him on the island, but I guess that would have done nothing based on.
Well, it was a younger Godzilla
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah, but
right.
without the atomic power, right? Because he was
mean-
just a dinosaur monster, and then, I mean, literally,
I don't know if the second, like the Bikini Atoll bomb, is what gave him the regeneration.
I think they implied that.
Did they? All right.
I don't. Maybe.
Because that's when he turns blue, and he starts regenerating.
Oh, okay.
Which bomb?
The Bikini Atoll one.
That's the one that made him more powerful.
I
Yeah.
guess.
So
yeah.
then why wouldn't you assume that a 50 cal mounted like anti-air gun would make him more powerful? To me, it was just another case of like, hey, why didn't you kill yourself for the country? I'm mad at you. And then it happened again, like, go shoot the thing so that he stomps on you. And then he
Yeah.
didn't do it. And then like, I'm mad at you again. To me, it was just like this guy's just catching L's that he didn't deserve.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to go do that.
Yeah.
They're
It's
like-
pointless.
It's literally pointless. And I guess they didn't know that, but it's like, look at what it's doing and then just be like, oh yeah, I'm going to go hit it with the biggest gun we have
Right.
and we'll be fine. No.
I'm an
I think-
expendable soldier.
Tachi, what's his name? Tachi Banana. At the very end, I think he kind of ties a bow on that though. Like his expectations for the guy, and like because he gives him all the photos of the dead soldiers on the island that were killed because of
Yeah.
him not taking the initiative, and
Careful not to ruin anything. But that's,
I think he ties a bow on it towards the end.
yeah. Oh boy. All right. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up.
Sorry.
3 days later.
We're so back. We took a 3-day break so that Alex could watch
Hello.
Godzilla Minus One.
And I did.
Where'd you see it?
The normal way everyone sees movies when they're out in theaters.
How'd you see it?
Rajneesh gambling website. No. But yeah, it was that. And
You watched it on the gambling site?
yeah.
No way.
Yes.
You didn't even go to a theater?
No, I don't want to go to a theater.
Oh, you didn't even. Okay. You didn't want to take a Screen X another shot?
Fucking, I literally would rather die. I would rather have not seen it and pretended I did see it again and come and record this a second time than do Screen X.
Oh my God, dude. Okay, so you did the Indian gambling site.
Yeah, they uploaded it like an hour after we stopped recording last time. And that's how I would have watched it in the first place, but...
One of the movies you're most stoked for
Yeah,
from your favorite franchises.
correct.
All right. Jesus Christ. My cat's just attacking my apartment right now. Like the walls, the rugs. So how was your Indian gambling site
It was
experience?
good. It was fine. I watched the movie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
It's a 10 out of 10 masterpiece, return to form to classic Godzilla. And it's probably... I am having a hard time deciding whether this or Shin Godzilla is my favorite.
All right. Well, thanks for listening.
Thank
we
you.
Finally got to it. We got to the bottom of it. So what was your favorite part? How do we pick this back up?
fuck.
I don't remember what we talked about.
we barely even started talking about
Okay,
it. All
I
right,
don't
so
remember.
let me start this off. All right, so Shiskima, the kamikaze pilot, he fakes an issue with his plane and he lands on an island.
Oda, I think.
Oda Island, which is canonically the first appearance of Godzilla is on that island.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
So that they literally did a callback to
Nice.
the very first Godzilla. And he meets Tachi Banana, who
Correct.
who implies that he fled his duty, and he's like,
Yeah, Tachi Banana's like, hey man, you're a pussy.
Why
Yeah.
you bitch out on your mandated death?
Dude, are you about to fucking bitch out on your war duties and then manifest all your shame and guilt into a giant nuclear monster?
Are you saying you were really afraid to kill yourself for your country for no fucking reason?
after the
dude?
war was actually over?
What a
Puss.
fucking bitch.
Dishonorable.
Yeah.
The war was like, didn't they even say
It was
that?
over,
Like
yeah.
the war was over,
Yeah.
but they're like, but you didn't do it.
He's like, well, yeah.
Like, what was the point? What was the fucking point?
You gotta pull that burp.
What was the fucking
That was
point?
a perfect-
Can I say?
I had to
Can I say
pull
one
it.
thing?
Listen, Your Honor,
Can I say one thing?
I'm drunk right now.
I'm drunk now.
I'm drunk now.
Okay, so Tachi Banana. Okay, dude. First off, when Godzilla first appears on Oda Island,
That was terrifying.
it was terrifying. And that was the first time I've ever been afraid during a Godzilla movie.
This does probably the best job of showing how fucking scary it would be.
Yes, dude.
So-
Because
oh, dude.
usually you're on his side. I mean, at least I am.
In a lot of the movies, yeah.
I'm on Godzilla's side for the most part. Because I'm like, oh yeah, fuck it up, dude.
Fuck these Japanese. I'm Josh. That's
Whoa, I didn't say that.
I was just getting to it.
But it was terrifying though. Like, and it was out of nowhere, dude. I did not expect to see him that early on in the film.
Isn't it supposed to be like a baby Godzilla?
Yeah, he's a lot smaller for sure.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
that's
yeah.
before they started doing nuclear tests in the ocean or whatever, and
I see.
turned him into Godzilla.
Before they started feeding him Nickelodeon goo.
Correct.
yeah,
That's the
slime.
canon.
They were,
It's slime,
they were
but
dumping
okay.
Surge in his mouth.
all right.
They gave him Mountain Dew Game Fuel, and he,
Yeah.
they gave him the Panera charged lemonade.
Oh my
and then,
God.
And they made him super
The lemonade that kills you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's like,
Me after one
he
Panera
makes-
charged lemonade.
and he just makes radioactive broccoli cheese soup. That's all he does.
Yeah.
It's in a bag.
Oh, it's my AC. Let me turn that off.
What the hell?
This guy needs air conditioning.
You know, this guy.
He's
You know, this fucking guy.
What kind of guy needs air conditioning? And
This guy can't just lay down naked in his bed with his balls sweating on one spot and leaving a wet spot on his bed where his balls were.
Listen.
the sweat ball spot, the ball sweat spot.
But yeah, so baby Godzilla, the Goo Goo Godzilla comes in.
Nice.
And he
Tsukishima?
Shikishima decides not to kill him with his fucking 18 caliber fucking.
This is
To be fair, I mean, what are you going to do?
he could have.
It's another pointless scene to me where it was just not pointless for the movie, but pointless for them to be like, dude, you fucked up again.
This
Like,
is your fault.
yeah, where it's like, dude, did you think that an anti-aircraft gun was just gonna take his head off? Granted, he's smaller, but to me that was just another like blame thing they were doing.
Yeah,
again.
like his first name is God. You think you're going to take him down with a gun?
yeah.
Like,
Every time they said Godzilla, I was just like, oh yeah, there it is.
there you go.
The original in its
Gojira,
yeah,
Gojira.
in its original form.
Yeah.
Gojira. Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah. They even did that in Godzilla 1998.
They did.
Yeah, where there's one.
But it's just an
There's
old
one-
old man.
Yeah.
Yeah, one old.
Gojira.
He's like dying.
Gojira.
Cuts to the.
Yeah, yeah.
Bam.
They're like, so what'd you see? I saw the band Gojira.
Gung, 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 gung.
That's a good pick scrape you did.
Laughing in his own bed. Oh man, that was a great.
Because they just have like weird ocean sounds and shit.
It's the one with the flying whales and shit,
Yeah,
right?
If you listen to Gojira, that was a perfect acapella version.
I listened to Garbage Trash Island or whatever because that was transcribed in one of the issues of Guitar World when I was like 14.
Do you like the one Amazonia where they use an actual why you
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I haven't heard that.
They use one of those things. A didgeridoo.
Oh, is
And he goes, bow, wow, 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 wow.
You know what didgeridoo is like an effective lung treatment. So if you ever have a lung disease and your doctor's like, I got just the thing for you.
I got just the thing. Away you.
Fucking decade-old cigarette phlegm flies up. Oh my god, my lung cancer is gone.
Yeah.
It's like getting your ears treated. Whatever they do nowadays. Anyways, Godzilla. Fucking A, man.
Godzilla Minus One.
He flees his duties. He fucking doesn't shoot Godzilla. He fucked up, and Tachi Banana's like, here are their photos. All the people that you're responsible
'em.
for. Jerk off to him.
He's like, oh no, he has a cum tribute, and then
Yeah. Anyways, so he has to deal with that now, and he goes home to find his fucking family's dead, dude.
all because he didn't die for Nippon.
Yeah. He didn't die for fucking Japan, man.
Yeah, like that doesn't. It's his fault.
Feel bad, dude.
All of it's his fault.
He's sad. He's a sad boy.
So
cultural
you would
thing.
not have been a redeemable character in this at all. You'd be like, yeah, I didn't fucking kill myself.
I'd have been like, yeah, what do you want me to do?
yeah, no shit.
Why don't you kill yourself?
They're like,
It's
whoa.
literally the same exact. Whoa,
Jesus,
dude.
man.
Whoa.
We can imply it. You just said it.
Yeah. Like
Why
it's
don't you
called.
kamikaze yourself, buddy?
We use a different
Alone in
K
your
word.
apartment.
In your bathtub.
It's called a kamikaze note.
Dude, yeah, like you're telling me to go kill myself, but you're getting mad if like you're just a guy on a beach and you're like, why didn't you kill yourself? I'm like, why didn't you? Fuck you. Fuck off.
It is almost as if
For what?
the Japanese had an odd perspective on death and service to their country at the time.
Yeah, seriously.
You could argue that.
You could argue
that.
Well, your fucking freedom afforded you that pin, Chris. How you feel about that?
Yeah, I got the privilege. It'd be a shame if I didn't
My
use
buddies
it.
died in the muck.
Yeah. Didn't have to. That's my point.
We didn't even have to go over there.
That's my point. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
I don't
it doesn't
have the
matter.
boots for that.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if homie kamikazes or not. It's not going to end the war. It's not like they were sitting there with like, all right, just one more explosion on this tower is
That'll
going
do
to
it.
end the war.
Yeah.
But it has to be an explosion caused by a human life.
To be fair, 2 explosions did in the war. And birthed Godzilla and anime while we're at it.
Yeah. I liked your review on Letterboxd
Oh, thank you.
for the folks at home.
It made the bombs worth it. It was a great movie.
This movie made the bombs worth it.
Oh,
It's a-
shit.
It's a hot take.
Thank you, Dr. Oppenheimer.
Yeah. I sent you guys that tweet where it was like Oppenheimer or Godzilla Minus One passed Oppenheimer in the box office or something, and it was just like the sun
Not the box office.
or whatever it is.
It's IMDb, dude.
Okay. Sorry.
It's like top rated box office, whatever, some
Yeah.
shit like that.
And the box office.
yeah.
Not the box office.
The sun
That would
surpassed
literally
the father.
be impossible, dude.
I don't
They were
know
like,
about
it's
that.
made $14 million, the highest grossing Japanese film in American history.
No, that's all right.
Is
Look it up. Yeah, it wasn't a lot, man.
I think they made it under 15 million, but they made way more than 14 million.
All right, let's look it up. Box office mojo.
It's way more than 14 million.
We'll fucking see.
I'm going to guess 100 million.
Godzilla.
600 million.
600 million.
I don't truly know.
So almost Barbie level. Barbie
Yes.
made $1 billion.
Jesus.
Barbie made $1 billion.
Barbie with the B.
Barbie made $1 billion. Domestic $26 million.
I was close.
That's not bad.
I was slightly under
So more than 14.
5%.
Yeah, granted more than 14, but like $10 million more. 11, 12.
Yeah. They didn't make
Of
that
12.
They didn't make that much money. It's a weird like discrepancy between the amount of hype and rating this has versus how much it's making.
Yeah, because we're all in a fucking vacuum chamber of film Twitter and
That's true.
you know.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Any person that I brought this up to casually, they're like, "What the fuck is that? Like, what does -1 mean?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah.
And then I can't explain. I'm like, "It's a Japanese Godzilla movie." They're like,
like
"Oh, it's
Japanese?
Is it King Kong?" I'm like, "No."
No, it's got,
And they're like, "Shut up!" And I'm like, "Okay,"
Yeah.
you know.
and I whack off into a urinal with no sidebars on the side.
Yeah. From the back of the urinal. Like from the back of the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you shoot it into the urinal.
Yeah.
Anyways, Godzilla
Someone
Minus
comes,
One.
in, someone comes in, they're like, what are you doing? What does it look like I'm doing?
You mind your own business, asshole.
Yeah. Thinking about Godzilla.
dick.
Anyways, kamikaze.
Kamikaze. So he doesn't kill Godzilla. He goes home. Parents are dead. His neighbor's like, "Fuck you, man." And he's like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, okay.
I love that character though. She was great.
Yeah.
She actually was
She
great.
was great. And then she's like redeemable.
Yeah,
as
she
fuck.
has an arc. Yeah.
And then we meet Noriko. I think her name is. Yeah,
I think you're right.
Noriko. And she's introduced to the story, and she just essentially just barges into his world, gives him a baby, and then runs off, and then she fucking moves into his house, and he's like, oh, yeah, okay.
That's how the Japanese have babies. Is they don't even. If you've ever seen it, they don't.
They just run up and give you a baby.
Yeah.
It's
just
so
like-
weird.
Caught a baby. Just caught a drive-by baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
But not more than one girl.
Right.
Nothing. That's China, isn't it?
Oh, the one child policy.
Yeah.
Yes, that is.
They're onto something.
Hey, guys, I'm gonna say it. Oops,
Oops.
Oops.
my bad.
Fun film fact about the town that he went back to.
Yeah.
You guys know about Shin Tricycle?
Nope.
Really?
What was that?
I'm about to tell you some Godzilla lore, dude. So the Shin Tricycle is a symbol of the bomb that basically there was this little boy named Shin that died like 1,500 meters away from the atom bomb we dropped on him.
Yeesh.
And he was like riding a tricycle at the time. And the father buried him with the tricycle. Later, he was exhumed to be buried with his family, and they took the tricycle and put it in a museum as a symbol of the tragedy.
That's brutal.
Yeah, and it's a really crazy looking charred bicycle. In this movie, he pulls a tricycle out of the rubble as a
nice.
shout out to the
Shout out.
Shout out to the bomb.
Shout out dead as shit Shin. Fucking exploded.
He got Dr. Oppenheimer.
He got literally Kamehameha. Like,
Yeah. It's a fun film fact.
happened.
Fun film fact.
It is a fun film fact. Thank you, Chris.
Fun being the operative word.
They even make a bunch of there's a Shin Tricycle series, like action figure series, where they put a bunch of kaiju on tricycles.
Weird, but all right.
It's a weird. it's the Shin Kaiju collab.
Oh, wow.
Shin X Kaiju.
There's a fucking skull mouse on it too.
Yeah.
It's Cause as well.
Yeah.
Anyways, fuck that. You know what I mean?
So they
Fun
have a
film fact,
baby.
dude.
It's
Fun
fun.
film
What do you want to say? It's really fun. He has nightmares that are pretty cool.
Nightmares about Godzilla, but I love that like when he finally finds work, it's like a government job. Like he's like a contractor now, and he's a minesweeper. And the fucking in theaters it was fucking amazing because it was funny actually. Whenever they're like, "Oh yeah, I found this government job," it's very dangerous, it's very risky, but they have boats that evade mines, and then cut to the wooden ship. We fucking lost it, dude. It
Yeah, that's great.
genuinely hilarious.
Yeah.
But
Then they give a reason.
and they give a reason
There's a
why.
reason.
Because the mines are magnetic, and if you're in a fucking metal boat, you're fucked.
So we have
That's
to
exactly what they said.
So we have to take this rowboat out into the ocean.
Yeah.
But it was cool when you see under the boat, and it's like clipping off all the mines,
Mm-hmm.
like
was brutal.
raising them to the surface, and then boom.
It's such a funny way to dispose of them. Just like you just
It's
gotta
insane.
shoot them.
We just gotta blow 'em up.
Gotta go make them go boom.
Go boom. And then we get the fucking Jaws Godzilla scene.
Dude, that was
That's fucking sick.
might be one of my favorite scenes.
Dude, that's up there for me, dude. Especially when his head is barely out of the water and he's just chasing him.
Oh, he's like
With his-
full crocodile.
Yeah, with his fucking cross-eyed fucking Jaws eyes. Like, feed me bombs.
Okay, the cross-eyed thing though, I got to bring this up because at the very end when he's like super cross-eyed, do you know why?
Why?
So whenever they raise him or they push him down to the bottom of the ocean and he rises back up, his eyes are bursting out of his fucking head because of the delta pressure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bringing it back to the delta pressure.
So he can't fucking see anything. His eyes are gone. So he's just gonna fucking atomic breath whatever.
I thought he was doing like an Ahigao face or something.
yeah,
Oh, sorry. The fucking wow.
they're like, they won't kill me if I'm
if
ready
if
for
I
a
make them
load.
so horny. They're all like, oh shit.
Oh Jesus, he's doing the face.
And that's how Bukaki came to be.
Translucent beige goo.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why he was cross-eyed in the end. But in general, I thought the design was very throwbacky.
Totally.
Yeah.
I love this type of.
When they drop the fucking OG Godzilla theme.
I fucking nutted because that was like right when he's like actually invading the city. First of all, it shows Noriko on the way to her new job. She's like, first day at the new job, hope nothing goes wrong. And then he throws a fucking train car in front of them, and the reaction of the conductors where they're like, that was so sudden, but they stopped the train.
Yeah.
And then she looks out the window and she sees giant Godzilla lumbering through the city, and then the theme starts, and I nutted so hard, dude.
That's the best time to drop it. too.
That was the hardest moment, aside from probably 2 or 3 other moments in the movie.
Of this incredibly hard movie.
Yeah.
No, that was a hard moment. I love the shot of the reflection of her looking out the train car and the reflection of Godzilla in the train car.
Yeah.
Dude, Jesus Christ,
dude.
man. With the theme song, which is ruined to us now because of Charlie's Angels and that song.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen it. So.
Yeah, my brain's broken because I just think of that Pharaoh Monch song where it's like a rap song and they sampled Godzilla.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And Sam Rockwell dances to it in Charlie's Angels. Every time it goes womp 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 womp, I always think womp 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 womp. I always think that's coming. I always think that's coming.
Drinking
so my brain is
Coke
just going
with a straw.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's a very hard theme.
Hardest theme.
It's so fucking hard. The music in the entire movie.
It's perfect.
It's so Hans Zimmer, dude. And I'm not even fucking around. It's like, just do a Hans Zimmer score over this.
Well, a lot of it was like that moment in particular, like that is just the theme.
Well,
the OG theme, yeah.
But I'm talking about like
the newer,
all the new shit and everything leading up to like their final plan.
Yeah.
To rid themselves of Godzilla. Okay, so I don't want to gloss over. We're led to believe that Noriko dies, saving Shinsuke Muya. I don't fuck his. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Tenchi Muyo.
I'm sorry for me. The way I
The main character. She pushes him out of the way and she gets bombed, dude, by the atomic breath. And I love that the atomic breath was not just a fucking laser beam, but it was a nuclear beam.
It was a fucking spitball
that has shock waves.
Yeah,
dude.
It's the hardest or second hardest maybe atomic breath of any Godzilla.
Shin Godzilla is the best one.
It's so hard to talk about, man.
Yeah, and then it turns into
Yeah, the way it refines in Shin Godzilla is like the best
The
thing.
fact that he's like, it's like, so in this one it feels like Godzilla's like hateful and it's like he's giving the population like their comeuppance or something like that. But in Shin Godzilla, he's like tortured and in pain and has no idea what he's doing and it's like involuntary. It's fucking crazy. Shin Godzilla is still the most unique interpretation of Godzilla, but this I think is like the most polished and refined of like the classic Godzilla.
It is the perfect Godzilla story.
Yeah.
It's and I don't mean to beat the dead horse as far as like Chris Nolan goes, but I definitely feel like this is inspired in so many ways by like how Chris Nolan tells stories. Like this feels like a Godzilla Begins basically to me.
Yeah, I get that.
Not just that, but like there's a Dunkirk scene in this movie, dude.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, so this movie it's an amalgam of Godzilla and Godzilla Raids Again, the first two. The aspect of the plan being flying a plane around and distracting him, and then you're led to believe that he dies in that thing. It's like a redemption of Godzilla Raids Again, the second Godzilla movie. Because that's what happens.
Yeah.
And then in the OG Godzilla, he gets sunk down to the bottom of the sea again.
Oh, that's fucking
So
cool.
it's like they're taking those two and then like making it uplifting.
Yeah.
While still making it 10 times as brutal.
But by Dunkirk, I meant like all of the civilian boats.
Oh, yeah, how they're tugging them?
Yeah,
Dude, that was exactly, yeah.
all of those that come
right
in-
from Dunkirk. We both looked at each other. We were like, "It's fucking Dunkirk."
This fucking
Yeah,
Dunkirk.
no, for real. Yeah.
And also like the montage with the autopilot situation. It's like, oh, well, this is how you eject. That's out of The Dark Knight Rises, dude.
Totally.
Same fucking thing.
You're right,
It's
yeah.
like, oh, the Bat happens to have an autopilot feature that Lucius Fox did not fix, but fucking Bruce Wayne did. What's the name on that? Bruce Wayne.
But he did the Steve Jobs one more thing on him right before he's like,
yeah.
he's like, I'm going to show you all these little gizmos and gadgets. You need to do that before you pull the bomb. Also, one more thing. Convenient cutaway.
Yeah.
I was like, he's
fine.
He's like, a boat, a monster, and a ship. A boat, a monster, and a ship.
You guys get what I'm getting at? Everyone's like, oh!
Is that a Steve Jobs thing?
It's a Steve Jobs thing. That was deep Apple lore.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
like-
an iPod, a phone, and an internet communicator. An iPod. A phone. Are you getting it?
His first presentation of the iPhone. It's an
email device, a phone, and an internet device.
Yeah.
It's an email device, a phone, and an internet device. He keeps repeating it, and then the crowd's just getting louder and louder. They're like realizing it's
He's like,
one
"Are you
thing.
getting it?" Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody's like, it's one fucking thing. We can do it all on the thing.
We're gonna ruin the world.
Everybody, fucking Vyvanse and Adderall prescriptions are just fucking through the roof.
Let's
now.
ruin the fucking galaxy.
Everyone's attention span is fucked.
Yeah.
To TikTok and a man being interviewed by Congress, like, can this talk to the Chinese?
The CEO of BlackBerry, fucking slow time.
Angling it wrong so it just goes out his fucking nose.
This fucking bullet time.
Trying to write his suicide note on the BlackBerry. He's like, fuck it.
Fuck this.
First thing it is on the notes app is a suicide note.
Yeah.
Just
A kamikaze note.
kamikaze
There you
note.
go.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah. This will raise your kids. The iPhone. The iPad.
Yeah.
Anyways.
As I watch this on an iPad.
Sorry, you were talking about Christian Bale or Christopher Nolan or something about the thing before we went on.
I just know for a fact, like, there's no fucking getting around this. The director definitely references Dunkirk and The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those are taken straight out of there.
they're subtle enough to.
But I loved it. I fucking like. There's no fucking shame in that.
No.
God no. But it was they were perfectly used. And like you said, clearly this guy gives a shit about Godzilla.
What if the final scene is like a Paris cafe and then like that scientist with that great fucking hair?
Oh,
he
dude!
just like looks up and he sees the pilot. He's just like,
It's Godzilla at the cafe. Like,
I ordered a cafe. What is it called?
I went to the cafe and he was there, and Bruce Wayne, he just said, "Oh yeah,
I ordered a cafe branca.
yeah." I always
And I
do that.
said, I hope he's happy.
I'm out.
And then I know you'd be okay. It's a fucking. It's the Goodwill Hunting scene, dude.
Yeah.
You know what scene I'm talking about?
A girl. No, I don't.
The Ben Affleck scene where he's like, some days I just wish I'd come up to your door and you wouldn't be there.
Oh yeah, son of a bitch.
And then you're like,
No, it's Ben Affleck, not Robin.
I know, but that scene where he goes
This
to.
guy doesn't get
this
it.
guy's never seen Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, I love that line when he's like, "Hey, you like bananas?
You like the
like
fruits
bananas?
of various
I
types.
fucked your bitch."
I fucked you, bitch.
I read the book too.
Solving math problems.
Yeah, some shit.
2 plus
It's like,
2.
yeah, Curious George goes
I
to
read
the
that
zoo.
chapter 2.
Yeah.
Shut up.
When
Yeah,
Curious
next month you're going to be talking about Very Hungry Caterpillar. Then you're on to the then you're on to the Giving Tree. Who gives a fuck? What are you? Why is this man in this bar?
I genuinely want to see an overconfident Will Hunting, where it's like he's solving pretty basic math problems.
Yeah.
But he's still.
But he thinks he's a genius because he's actually a fucking idiot.
It's just a massive cope where he's like, "You guys just think college is so cool."
That's every stoner we went to school with.
You're just a janitor. Yeah, I could have learned that
fuck
from
up.
a book. And he's like, "Yeah, well, what do you know? More than you." Okay.
All right.
And then there's one teacher's like, "Man, you need to go to therapy."
He's like, shut the fuck up.
And then the therapist is like, "It's your fault.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's your
shit.
fault."
It's
He's
your
like, "Ah, shit, don't do this
Fuck.
to me."
I know.
Overconfident Will Hunting.
Overconfident. Not so good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
Anyways, Shint Godzilla.
Shit, Godzilla.
You think it's called Shin Godzilla because of Shin tricycle?
It could be that. I thought that Shin meant like new, but I don't know.
Could
Because there's also Shin Ultraman that
I
came
thought
out recently.
because he had really big shins.
He has big shins. That's right. That's probably it.
That's why I
Shin
thought.
Godzilla. Yeah.
I think he's actually named after me. It's supposed to be Will Shin Godzilla.
Yeah.
And then
There's gonna be a Jay Leno Godzilla movie coming out
damn
called
it.
Chin Godzilla.
have you seen this? Have you heard about this? Have you heard of Ah!
You heard about this? His atomic breath goes.
He pulls out like newspaper clippings. Like, have you seen-
You see my garage? Laser.
In a full denim suit. Shouts to Jay Leno, dude. He's like the 4th time I brought him up this week.
Fuck that dude.
He's a loser. I mean, he's not
that
a
guy.
loser. He's doing way better than I'll ever do in my life. But fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him.
He's a
douchebag.
psychopath, dude.
Yeah, he's a douchebag.
You know, he's never spent a dime of his money that he earned on The Tonight Show.
Everything I mean, you brought that up one time. Everything's from touring or something.
Yeah.
Hey, man, spend a dime.
Nope. Won't do it. Won't have kids.
All right.
That's
Understandable.
fair. Yeah.
Understandable. But yeah, just wants to hoard all of his money like Scrooge
This is
McDuck.
fucking smog.
Yeah.
And he's on fire. Look at that.
He almost caught on fire.
Shouts to Jay Leno.
All right, Godzilla Minus One. The atomic breath scene that was unfucking real when you first see it, when his spine first starts to light up
Oh,
and it like
Jesus.
locks in for each little fucking.
The build up to that, the fucking chum chum chum
Yeah.
chum 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 chum.
I so badly wanted it to be like jum 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 jum. Oh.
Oh,
That'd have been great.
I wanted the laser beam though. That would have been sick.
Yeah. But you got to work your way up to the laser beam.
Yeah.
I feel like that could have been in the third act somewhere.
That's gonna be in Godzilla -2.
when he's big mad. Yeah, -2.
or is it gonna be 0? Godzilla 0?
Fucking
God
knows, dude.
0.
I don't know.
they
it'll
do
be
that a lot.
It'll be Godzilla fucking algebra equation.
Yeah,
And then
it
I feel
really
like-
will.
yeah.
Do you feel like -1 means like origin? You know what I mean?
It means before the original Godzilla,
Okay.
before 1. But
Okay.
they're Japanese, so their shit just does not translate sometimes.
Okay, fair enough.
They just wanted. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like they just trying to be unique too.
They do like
Because like they do that like asterisk colon parentheses
yeah, like
shit all the time.
if you look at okay, the game that came out before Kingdom Hearts 3 was Kingdom Hearts 2.8 bracket a fragmentary passage bracket, and you're like, dude, just call it Kingdom. Just make a.
it's like what the
you.
fuck is this? Is this
Yeah.
a board game?
It's like,
Because
when you, it's just called Madden that year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have to go by a year because otherwise they're on 47.
And then Madden 25.
Madden 25 was the 25th anniversary of Madden, and they called it Madden 25. But clock's ticking, buddy, because in 2 years they're gonna be like,
Oh fuck!
the slow bullet time.
Bullet time suicide.
And he's like, oh shit.
We were joking about that in the ramen shop because we got ramen before this. He got here a little early, and we went and got ramen.
Fucking 3 hours early. Dude.
And you kept on doing stupid shit. And so I was like, we were joking about you just killing yourself in front of the ramen lady, but you're the only thing in slow motion.
Yeah.
You're like, you're like, oh, fuck it. You're like, I hit cash on the thing, but I only have the. It's like a good thing he died in slow motion. The paramedics could get here on
Yeah.
time and actually save his life.
From that gunshot wound to his brain.
Fucking A, man. I loved all of the things that they did like practically in the movie to like try to kill Godzilla. Like the fucking mine in
Yes.
his jaw.
He looked so funny with that.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Yeah.
Ed, and Eddie.
He's got a
Gobstopper.
jaw break, yeah.
He's like, just munching on a.
But that was such a great idea to like try and blow that up. While
And
it's in
then
his
to
fucking
show
mouth.
why that was so pointless after, to have
Yeah.
him regenerate, and you're like, oh fuck.
yeah.
We're just moving. I mean, we don't live here.
And then the first use of the atomic breath, which is under that fucking
That was insane.
that warship.
They're like, they're okay. He's like, are you all right?
And they're literally just like, fucking shit, man. Like, yeah, they're like, God damn it, dude. We're fucking dead.
Yeah. The mine scene was so funny because, well, first of all, that also confirmed for me, like, it blew up its mouth and then just regenerated immediately. And then he's like, yeah, what would my fucking 50 cal would have done on the beach that night?
true.
That's what
But
it
he didn't
felt like.
have his atomic powers before
But
that.
there's also no guarantee that he didn't have atomic powers, since Godzilla in the first place was brought about by atomic testing.
It's like, oh, so he was just a crocodile then on the beach?
It's a dinosaur, basically, right?
I don't fucking know.
Who fucking knows? I just don't think. I think.
I feel like there would have been a better chance than before he got fucking radioactive poison.
better chance. I think he would have put a
No,
hole in
he-
his cheek and then gotten stomped into dust.
No, he came about because of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and then the Bikini Atoll testing was more radiation direct to him
Yeah.
that then made him bigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe more powerful. Maybe he got the regen thing.
There's no way to know.
I'm just saying. I don't think a machine gun would have taken down fucking
He's a big lizard.
He's a
Let's
big
leave
guy.
it- yeah.
Big Lizzie, dude.
big. Yeah,
Thick Lizzie.
He wouldn't have taken down the glizzy.
Yeah.
Like the glizzy.
I think that's fair, but there was a good point that like he could have saved some lives had he
Maybe.
shot Godzilla in his
I think it would've just-
fucking
I think
turkey neck.
he would have just gotten himself killed too.
Probably.
Yeah,
It was
that's
another suicide mission. Another kamikaze mission, excuse me.
Oh, so what I'm saying, the whole point. So what I've been saying.
I like
from-
what he said.
I like mine too,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck what you're saying, dude.
Got it.
which is the same thing.
I like the way he said it.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, the top of that building with the people that are like, "Holy fucking shit, are you getting a load of this shit?" And then he turns around and like just from turning around, his tail like takes out the whole fucking building. And then, oh, dude, that was insane.
The scale is something I really like because one thing Godzilla movies do is that you see him wipe out a city, but you don't see each
Right.
individual. It looks like he's walking through a Lego land.
Yeah.
Whereas in this, you could
Sometimes it looks like a guy is in a suit.
yeah, sometimes
Sometimes.
cuts it.
Sometimes it looks like a fucking fake guy in a suit. dude.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
I love that in that clip. He like right before he does the drop kick, he's like, yeah, he like hypes himself up.
Yeah.
He's like, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Fucking go.
I got a bomb dropped on me, and now I can do a spinning back kick.
Yeah.
Now I can glide on my tail.
God.
But one thing this movie did well, I thought, was, like you said, just a simple turn levels a building. It's like 1,400 9/11s happen in
Yeah.
this movie.
Yeah.
And it just from him turning around and knocking down that whole building, you got to see the news crew next to him on the building just, holy fuck! You
Oh
know?
shit, the roof was the worst idea.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to go on a tangent for a second. Completely off topic.
You're going to say the N-word again?
Speaking of 9/11.
Speaking of
I
9/11,
swear to God.
Go on.
Sean McDermott, the head coach of the Buffalo Bills, was in a meeting recently with his players and was talking about teamwork.
oh, I heard about this.
And he used the 9/11 terrorists as an example for teamwork.
They got it done. It was an impossible task. What are you gonna say?
That was his exact reasoning.
Maybe reference to firefighters. That's where I thought you were going to go. Like,
No.
guys, let's pull it together.
Dude, he referenced the fucking terrorists.
Like, dude.
He's like, we have to imagine how much teamwork that took for them to be all on the same page. And
It's
all
a box cutter. They had a box cutter.
There's a lot of
And no
teamwork.
one else on the plane
A lot of teamwork
had a
there.
box cutter.
The entire.
Anyways, let's beat the Kansas City
Yeah.
Chiefs.
I love that the whole thing was predicated on like they will literally never imagine this would happen. Like this,
Yeah.
it's so insane.
yeah. That's the American dream. That's
Yeah.
that's what they were trying to topple.
So since then, he's like, it was probably a bad example.
that's not my best analogy.
It's like the airline version of like walking up to fucking Margot Robbie and going "fuck me now," and then she does.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh shit, all right,
Alrighty.
that'll never happen again.
Yeah, that's good one. Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Fucking
Sean McDermott.
nice one.
Looks like Bill Burr, kind of.
Nice logic and reasoning, football coach
Yeah.
for a living. Hey, stick to football.
Next game, he's like, sorry about that 9/11 analogy.
Anyways, Coney.
Anyways, October 7th, Hamas. They were really up against it.
They're crazy, dude.
That was crazy. They really
January 6th.
a bunch just. All right, never mind.
Ashley Babbitt was a hero.
All right, that's enough of that.
Yeah, pause. Yeah.
That's well. I mean, I'm keeping that in. It's funny.
That's
It's,
insane.
yeah, fucking idiot.
What a dummy.
Yeah.
That's a dipshit.
Arguably
move.
not a good idea.
Yeah. Picture that happening in like an Any Given Sunday
Well,
movie.
dude, honestly, imagine the players were hearing that. They're like,
yeah.
In New York.
yeah. Yeah, Buffalo, New York. They're just like, what the
What
fuck
the
did
fuck?
he just say?
They're eating wild wings. They're
Excuse
like,
me,
what
sir.
the hell?
My dad died in 9/11. He was a firefighter, and he's like,
But he would also argue that they were pretty coordinated.
But you had to be pretty good to get your dad right. I assume your dad was a great man, so they
all
had to
I'm
be
trying
pretty
to
good to
say
get him.
is you put 110%. You put 911%.
Well, anyways, we're gonna score Building 7 touchdown. I mean, we're gonna score 7 points on the touchdown. No, but seriously, guys, let's throw a ball around. Like after all that, so
Well, let's throw a ball for millions of dollars now.
yeah. Okay. Good analogy, dude.
Yeah.
Shouts to him. Fucking.
I
It was a
picture.
rough day for that guy.
So he destroys Ginza, and then
Ginza.
then now the civilians are like, all right, we need to handle Godzilla because The military's fucking all over the place. They're defeated. They're not going to help us. We need to come together and defeat Godzilla. But I fucking love this aspect of the story where they're like, we're not going to lose a single fucking life.
Yeah, that's great.
That is such a great twist on a Godzilla story.
And the Japanese imperialist perspective of kill yourself for your country. We're all in this together.
And how they break it down, too. It's like, can you believe that we did this? Can you believe that we sent our own people out to die? And the message behind all of that was fucking fascinating.
And then the shamed pilot in the beginning is like, thank you.
See?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, why don't we live?
But he's like ready to die, actually.
Yeah.
Because they took the only thing he loves. Except for his daughter, I guess.
You could argue
Not
that
his son.
Godzilla was actually a manifestation of his shame and guilt, and he had to face himself in order to face the monster. And
Nah,
the monster's himself.
It's a big lizard. That's it.
The director's like, it's actually just a big lizzie. I don't know what you're going to
He's a really big lizard, and I tried to convey that with how big the lizard was.
I love the director's like, well, he goes, rah.
Yeah. So when the atomic breath
And then
represents the
everyone's like,
atomic breath, you know.
He had stinky breath. That's the point of the movie.
Yeah, and then he goes, rah, and it's fire. Like, oh, so like the atomic bomb. He's like, what?
Oh,
What's that?
shit. Yeah.
No, I thought it was just like how it feels to chew 5 gum, you know.
Yeah. Cuts a Shin Godzilla exploding internally.
This internal atom bomb just going
Yeah.
off.
But dude, not to mention, like, they get Godzilla to use the atomic breath so that it like drains his energy so that they can go through with the plan.
Oh, that was
how did you
strategic?
Yeah.
Or are you talking
I
about
thought
Shin?
so.
I'm pretty sure.
Are you talking about Shin or are you talking about this one?
This one.
And this one.
Oh, they were baiting his atomic breath out?
Yeah,
pretty
because
sure.
they knew that he would resort to that, and
That's why they used a fake boat, right?
Yeah.
Or not a fake boat, but like an unmanned boat.
Right.
When was that?
Like
When the
right-
two warships were like
yeah,
tied up to each other.
when they were tying the thing around him. They were distracting him with the plane and that,
Yes.
and that's
and one of those ships was empty.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just missed that.
Okay.
it's probably in like one line of dialogue or something.
Whatever.
Yeah. That's the one that he throws across the channel
Oh, okay.
and onto the land, remember?
Yeah. I remember when that happened, you leaned over me, you're like, threw a fucking heater, dude.
It's a fucking heater, man.
That was
Threw a
fucking,
heater, bro.
fucking hilarious. Just like the timing of an entire plane or a whole ass boat like
Yeah.
hitting the side of a building. You're like, that was a fucking heater, dude.
Heater, dude. This guy's kind of got an arm on him.
That's a perfect spiral.
Fucking Randy Johnson over here.
The New York Jets need to give this guy a call.
But yeah, that I
Oh shit!
we doing another 9/11 now.
No, I didn't mean to. That's a team. Sorry. And they don't have a good quarterback. That's why.
You think of all the coaches that would have made that analogy.
Yeah, right.
Oh god, Sean McDermott's gonna go to the fucking New York Jets.
Yeah.
He's like, perfect.
But
I've always wanted to play here. Oh god, 9/11 fan, Sean McDermott.
but I was
So coordinated.
yeah. But I was gonna say the fucking the whole plan itself was hilarious to me. Like there were
It's
like,
insane.
like, let's just dunk him.
Yeah.
But I feel like they consulted actual scientists for this
I mean, I would assume so.
because
But
it is
was like oh, you mean like in
Like for the
in
actual
real life?
experiment.
yes.
In
Like-
real life they did? Okay, not
feel
like
like
in
they
the
did.
movie.
No,
Because there was
no.
just the one guy
No,
with the
yeah.
Einstein hair that was like, I think it'll work.
Just some
I love that guy,
insane
by the way.
Yeah.
I love that guy, by the way. I love the whole the him and the captain and the fucking the mate.
I don't know. He's like, you know, when I was in Unit 731, we did this experiment with the babies.
Oh fuck!
Is that really like fucked up Japanese experiment you're
Yeah.
referencing?
It's some rough stuff.
Check
Google
that
it.
shit out. Yeah.
Talk about a big yikes.
That's a real life reference.
Arguably the biggest yikes.
Yeah. That's,
Sean McDermott's going to use that in his next next all team meeting.
He's like, you know, when I talk about commitment, these are the people I'm talking about.
you talk about courage? You want to talk about bravery?
When you talk about giving yourself to the game,
When you talk about standing on your business.
when it comes to standing on your business,
Your business being babies.
yikes.
Your business being inhumane human experiments. Kind of a weird sentence.
I think it
Inhumane
works.
human.
It works. That's grammar.
Whatever.
The inhumanity.
I'll give you that.
All right.
I'll give you that.
But what a weird like like plan.
It's so last ditch, and it's
Yeah.
like, he's a giant lizard. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
But it does
Does
feel
make his ears hurt. Put him at the bottom of the pool.
Ow. It feels scientific though. I feel
Autistic
like
Godzilla.
that's like an actual scientist would actually consider. Like that's how you do it. You
Squash him with the ocean.
Yeah,
I don't know. The whole time I saw that, I was like,
clearly
that's where he's from.
but a big bomb's not working either though.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
We'll put him in a big cage,
Yeah. Just build a cage big enough.
and then Stone Cold will come from the top.
We'll put a piece of cheese under a box and a stick.
Wait a second.
Oh, is that a piece of delicious mozzarella?
Godzilla just
Yeah.
he just dives.
It is. Straight to the thighs, that mozzarella goes.
They get him really fucked up and coked. They fucking Charlie Wilson him.
Fuck,
They
man.
fucking flight him, dude.
Yeah.
John Goodman comes in with like every drug imaginable.
I'm radioactive right now. I'm nuked right now.
They get Imagine Dragons to play. Radio it, or is that 21?
It's Imagine Dragons.
Alright.
Imagine Dragons
know
is nuts
what
on
it
your
One of
chin,
those
bitch.
shit at-
You know who it is, dude.
Pretend like you don't know.
I love them. They're my favorite. My favorite band of all time.
Remember, like
Imagine
during the
Dragons.
strikes, during the writer strike, the Imagine Dragons went down to the strikes and performed like an acoustic set, and they're like, "This is making the strike worse."
Oh shit.
They're making them all acoustic.
Like, radioactive, whatever the fuck. I don't know.
You know.
Well, you know.
I think it's radioactive. I don't know.
I think that's what
I
it is.
I
think-
saw a
it's
clip on TikTok. I don't know. It's not like my ringtone or anything.
Radio. What I'm saying?
Radioactive is the name, is the soundtrack of this movie. You know what I'm saying?
I like how they use the his power against him. He uses the atomic breath, and that drains his power. They still fucking sink him, and then they bring him back up because it doesn't work. His eyes are bulging out. Kamikaze deep throat. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Him with that kamikaze. When he said he used his power against him, it made me laugh because I was just thinking, like, did they just like throw a mirror, like the atomic breath?
Yeah.
They did like a Zelda thing where they whack the back at Ganondorf or whatever.
Yeah, they hit a perfect like Dark Souls parry.
There's a scientist just out of his big fucking file that he's carrying, dude. He just pulls out a big Uno card.
yeah. Oh no, the beam just goes. Whoa. He hits him right between his stupid cross arms. I would have loved for them to at least like reference the drop kick. Imagine.
That would be insane.
Like
would
an
totally
entirely
ruin the
serious
fucking
movie.
movie.
Entirely serious movie. And then,
He literally whips in nays on that part.
yeah. He charges it up and hits a big yeet. Yeah, dude. I don't know. But yeah, so kamikaze pilot. He goes.
Yeah,
I love how fucking abrupt that is. Like turned him into an instant statue.
Oh,
brutal.
dude.
Yeah.
And then it blows his fucking head off, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fucking
I
love
thought it was
that.
just gonna respawn. I mean, I guess it probably is.
It
It
probably
did.
Yeah, it did, but it took a second, and they used that time to fucking
Yeah,
Derp
he
him.
busted. He has a cooldown.
Yeah. He's built like a musket. He can only use his atomic breath once.
Yeah, he's got to reload.
Yeah.
I like how they like knew that too. Like, oh, he's got to charge it back up again.
Yeah.
They're like, "How do you know that?" And he's like, "Don't ask. Stop it.
Oh, man.
Don't worry
I
about
fucking
it."
love that scientist though, man.
He's awesome,
He was
yeah.
cool as shit.
He's he's like a direct reference of the guy from the original Godzilla and Godzilla Raids Again, who is the scientist.
What's
He-
his name?
I can't remember. I want to say Toshiro Mifune.
Just guess it.
I want to say Toshiro Mifune, but I think that's the other guy that was in all those Kurosawa movies.
If you could just guess his name.
Yoshikage Kira,
Sounds right.
Jotaro Kujo,
Sorry, I didn't mean to blow all that shit in your
It's
face.
Jonathan Joestar.
It's John Goodman.
I say Canada Tetsuo.
His name's Kyle.
Nope, just Kyle.
This is our scientist, Kyle.
Oh, it's Gene.
Yeah. Believe his theory. He's got Einstein hair.
Yeah,
That's like
Sir.
that's basically his qualifications.
Yeah.
Like he didn't.
is
even
that his
really-
hair flops?
Yeah, he's got a big old floppy smart
So
hair.
this is technically the sequel to Oppenheimer, right? It's Oppenheimer,
And then this,
and then this,
Yeah.
and then
40 other
and then
movies.
this. Well, it's Zone of Interest, and then Oppenheimer, and then this.
That's our top 5 right there. That's the
Zone
top
of
3 movies of the year. Right
Zone of
there.
Interest, Oppenheimer, and then Godzilla Minus One.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. It's actually documentary. It's
And then Barbie.
nonfiction.
and then Barbie
And then the Barbie movie.
gave
after.
rise to capitalism, and
Yeah. Yeah. They're like, what kind of cultural phenomenon can we have? They got the action figures. They got everything. We need a Barbie. That's the 4th one. All right. Drove that one into the ground. In case you didn't get that
Like
metaphor.
a kamikaze pilot.
Almost like a...
You could argue.
You could argue.
He committed kamikaze.
Do you know what
I
comic-
unalived myself. That's what they're going to
I
say.
hate that.
They're going to say, like, as if the algorithm's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what that is.
Dude,
As
like-
if I haven't gotten like random like 1 second clips of hardcore porn and TikTok before. Have you got
Yeah.
that before?
No. You guys have cursed ass algorithms.
Like,
You horny
no, 'cause-
fucks.
no,
you
dude, I don't-
horny
how
bastards.
about this, dude? Shut up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Shut up.
All right, you fucking pervs.
What are we, some kind of kamikaze squad?
What are we?
I
got a
got
cum squad?
I get TED Talks.
Yeah.
Online.
Just TED Talk.
Just
Just
TED-
old men and women talking.
Just thirst for knowledge.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the real thirst trap.
Yeah. That's my TikTok algo, dude. And I'm like, oh shit.
What are we, some kind of,
this lady's talking about the Columbine shooter. That was a real
My
TED Talk.
son.
That was a real TED Talk, by the way.
Dude.
My son was the Columbine shooter.
He was a victim himself. You could argue. No.
It wasn't my fault, you see. They gave her a microphone, guys.
Yeah.
What a fucking...
TED Talk is, the season's about to end on TED Talk. You know what I'm saying?
TED Talk, more like TED Talk, except it's Ted from the Seth MacFarlane Ted movie.
Yeah.
There's a teddy bear.
That would be the season finale. Is Ted just walks
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
and talks. Yeah. But yeah, what else we got?
Must say.
Movie good.
He went boom in his mouth.
He went boom.
I did like how still he got though. That was really cool.
Yeah, it was instant. Like,
It was like Bo was afraid cum face. Still.
yeah.
Question though, as the Godzilla aficionado expert, what was on? Okay, so Noriko is alive.
Yes, which is a nice surprise.
Yeah.
And I like the hopeful aspects of this movie because it's like
Totally.
they took the bleakness of the two originals and just were like, fuck that.
I fucking cried twice in this movie. I
Nice.
was tearing up, man. Like that scene in particular.
You're like, I wanted the Japanese to die.
Yeah.
No, I thought that scene was fucking heart wrenching, man.
It was great, yeah.
it was so good. And then of course before that, when all the boats show up, the fucking
Oh, that was great. yeah.
Dunkirk scene, I fucking teared up too. But so at the very end, Noriko's alive, but then she has like this mark on her neck, dude.
I don't know.
You don't know what it is?
Yeah, I asked him. I was like, what was that?
I'd have to Google that.
While she was in a coma, she got a sick neck tat.
I don't remember.
No, it was like pulsing, dude. It was like a weird.
I
like,
know. I was making a joke.
Oh.
But like it was like a pulsing nuclear like thing on her neck. You didn't see that?
Oh, it might have been just like some weird like their representation of like radioactive shit. Because maybe she is in the end fucked because she has that. I mean, I would argue everyone's fucked that came into contact with him.
Yeah.
Because he's a big old bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a walking Chernobyl.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, that would be sick though if they added like a Chernobyl element where it's like people that survive are just like,
Yeah, their skin's melting.
yeah.
There's a Godzilla movie where he fights a big fucking like smog monster, where like the monster itself is pollution and radioactivity. It's fucking brutal.
Yeah. What if in the
Is
next
that the one
movies?
where he goes?
No.
What if in the next movies it's like that she's like the dawn of like a human hybrid Godzilla thing?
I wouldn't like that.
I know. That would be
No, I
weird.
was wondering like, what if it's just like a virus? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe.
it could be.
Maybe.
Like a fucking just goes into like full blown
Or
pandemic.
maybe it's just like a visual representation of the fact of that, other than her fucking broken body in a hospital bed, that she had contact with Godzilla.
Or they're implying that she cheated on our main character with Godzilla.
She sucked the Cogzilla.
The glizzy. The
I tried.
God lizzy. I don't know. Took that
So-
atomic breath, dude.
Would you rather see it again on your Indian gambling website or in ScreenX?
Indian gambling website.
Really? So you
I was already like 45 minutes into the movie in ScreenX, and I said,
so ScreenX
Fuck
is the big screen, the 3 screens.
"There's 3 screens. It goes behind you."
So you were gooning Godzilla, if you will.
Yes, and how did you say that before?
You were gooning Godzilla. You gooned Godzilla?
You said a different thing.
Goonzilla?
Hey, we got there.
There's a DMT.
Yeah, Goonzilla, dude. Let's go.
You gooned Zilla.
That is the DMT.
That is-
we don't
it's-
need to do any other
To
DMTs.
be fair, I don't have one.
Yeah, I didn't. I think I wrote one down and. Well, no, I didn't write it down. I remember going, "Oh yeah, that's it," and I'll remember it. And I
And
don't.
then that, yeah,
no. Fair enough. All right. Was that it for you guys?
I think
pretty
so.
much.
Yeah.
I really liked when it revealed that woman was still alive, and like the neighbor was like just mad at him.
Yeah.
And just punched him. I loved that.
Because she got the note and she's like punched him in
Yeah, I loved her just like her
her
whole
stoic, she's a lady who is just doing her own thing on her own, like making ends meet.
Yeah.
And also helping her neighbors when she can.
Yeah.
She's just an admirable person in the story.
And this doesn't go without saying, but this is the best human story of any Godzilla film that I've ever seen.
I would have to agree with you. Before it was Shin Godzilla, but yeah.
that one, there's so many characters in that, and it's more of like feels like what Doctor Strangelove is plus Godzilla.
Yeah,
Because it's like funny at times, and like there's so many
it's a
different
direct
characters.
critique of their government bureaucracy.
and how hopeless you are against a giant nuclear lizard.
Yeah.
But this is a genuinely amazing human story.
It's probably the only human story I've given a shit about in any Godzilla.
And
I can see
so
that.
well thought out, dude. The idea to use a kamikaze pilot as like your main character, like a flawed character, arguably. I mean, Chris doesn't think so. But, well, you said he's not flawed.
I relate to it. I wouldn't kill myself for no reason.
Okay. Sounds like
for
not
country.
Like
dedicated
some
to the
weak
cause.
Fine,
shit.
kill yourselves, idiots.
Wow.
Wow, dude. You told me to kill
Kamikaze
myself.
yourselves, you fucking...
What
That's
a,
getting
what a real
demonetized.
friend over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. The AI captions reading that going, well, we're not
Oh,
giving
shit.
you're not suitable for sponsors.
No, but I do love how Shin Godzilla is like the brain Godzilla, and then this is the heart Godzilla, where
Yeah.
it's like pure, like the emotional aspects are actually realized for once.
And the director genuinely gives a fuck about Godzilla.
Oh, it seems very much like that.
Before even Shin Godzilla, he directed Godzilla the Ride in Japan. Like
cool.
There's an amusement park ride where he directed the fucking short that goes along with the ride.
I have watched that on YouTube.
And his one of his first films included like a dream sequence with Godzilla.
That's sick.
So the movie itself doesn't relate to Godzilla in any form or fashion.
But it just happens to.
Yeah. He just keeps he's had this in his heart for a long time.
That's awesome.
Clearly,
you can tell because it's like so much passion put into it.
Yeah, for sure. Anyways, seriously, the best Godzilla movie that I've ever fucking seen.
Better than 98.
Arguably, yeah. I think so. I think it's better than the Matthew Broderick 1998 Americanized Godzilla.
It would have been great if like the weird like lizard Godzilla from 98 just popped up for 2 seconds.
And then get
just,
fucking atomic breath.
just squashes his head like a pumpkin and thighs. And it's thick Godzilla thighs.
Yeah.
Just went,
Cage.
Yeah, I can't stop thinking about that shot of her turning around on the train, seeing Godzilla stomp through the city while the theme plays for the first time. I got insane goosebumps.
yeah,
during
were
that.
you just a human goosebump?
Dude, I was like, oh, this is perfect.
You didn't get to that scene in Screen X?
Nah.
Man, those fucking subwoofers under your ass blowing at
I probably would have
12.
pissed out of my asshole if I saw it in Screen X.
Yeah.
I was literally like,
God, dude, that's wild.
it sucks.
It's so funny that they think that's a thing, like as if the filmmakers were shooting for 2 huge panes of screen on your peripheral vision.
It's insane.
That they just stretch it, so it's just like, what?
You know, I read that only one movie has been made for Screen X, and it was Top Gun Maverick. So unless you have that budget going for you,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
this
that was
fucking-
made for IMAX. I'm sure they just ported it properly for Screen
Right,
X.
right,
right,
Like
right.
they just like, I don't know, they lined it up and put the plane.
and
To be
instead
fair-
of stretching some bullshit.
yeah.
We saw this in IMAX at Cinemark, a flat IMAX screen. Mm-hmm. And it was fucking bomb, dude.
It was amazing.
Nice.
Stunning visuals.
Stunning visual, huh?
We were
Anyways,
stunned.
that was it for me.
That's it for me too.
Good shit.
Now,
Go on.
is it cinema with Marty Scorsese? Boys, we have to determine whether or not Godzilla Minus One is in fact cinema or not cinema. If you haven't listened to the show before, can you cut it now? If you haven't listened to the show before, because I feel like the echo is too much for this part. All right, we'll just keep it. Okay. If you feel like this is the first time you've watched the show, listened to the show, downloaded the show, we have to rate the movie, whether or not it is or it is not cinema. This is how we do it. It's a yes or no, basically.
This is how we do
This
it.
is how we do it. You want to go first, Christopher Charles?
It's
This is
absolutely
how we
cinema.
do it.
And we saw it in a cinema.
Orson Welles agrees. We did see it in the cinema.
Nice.
They're-
I partially saw it in the cinema.
Therefore, it is cinema. No, you saw it in a fucking amusement park ride.
Yeah, you're right,
Happened to be
actually, yeah.
In a fucking dumbass Cinemark.
You saw it in a fucking blown up Oculus Rift.
Yeah. I didn't want
Your
to.
MetaQuest goggles that are blown up to IMAX format.
Oh God. Alexander, is it cinema?
Easily.
You saw it in Cinemark fuck it format, dude.
Yeah. All right. Big fuck it.
Big fuck it format, dude.
That'll be an extra $20, please, for something you never wanted.
All right, so now got all 3 cinemas. It goes on to the next round. The next round is the be-all, end-all, dude. Is it belong on the fucking Criterion Collective shelf? Is it 4-3 4B? Womp, 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 womp. The fucking Godzilla thing. Is it 4-3 for me? Yeah.
It is 4-3.
Easily.
Yes.
Yes.
Cinema
Congrats to
4-3.
us.
You know, when I left the theater,
Wrong one.
You can't finish that. I'm sorry.
when I left the theater, I didn't think it was 4-3.
Really?
Really?
I was like, that was cinema, but that was slow at times.
Whoa.
There was times like in the human part where I was just like, wah, I should have killed myself. Wah, I'm so full of shame.
Well, clearly
Wah."
because you don't feel empathy for this fucking character.
Don't you
at
have like
all.
a Nietzsche
I don't feel
quote on a
empathy,
shirt?
period.
Yeah.
What?
It said, don't you have like a Nietzsche quote on a shirt? And you're like, I don't feel any empathy for this asshole.
Bianca gave me that shirt.
It's really great.
But as it sat with me, I've thought about how good it is. So
It's fucking amazing.
like the more like people talk about it, I'm like, yeah, that shit was hard. Yeah, that was good.
It had no reason to be as good as it was.
Yeah.
It's a Godzilla movie, and it was fucking.
You cried twice in a Godzilla movie,
Yeah.
and then you didn't like Everything Everywhere the first time you saw it.
Yeah.
I
Th-
cried.
That's Chinese, not Japanese.
I didn't. No one's talking about race but you. I was talking about the emotional factor.
This connected with me on 1,000 more levels than Everything Everywhere did.
Nice.
And I still love this movie a lot more than that movie.
I wouldn't call it a tearjerker, but I get it. The ending when he was reunited with her,
That was nice.
That
Yeah.
was very nice.
Oh, man. So fucking good. Anyways, DMTs.
Oh, but when she like saved him, I said this to Josh earlier, but like she pushed him.
Like,
like-
you could have easily saved yourself.
It's
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
fucking movie,
I know it's for the
dude.
movie, but she took
Ah,
a
this
shockwave to
fucking
the
guy.
face. Oh, sorry, we need to.
I have to explode.
He loves a dead wife, Mr. Nolan
Oh, you
fan.
got it.
Ah, that's me, dude.
Oh, it's so tragic. Oh, the love of my life.
How was he gonna do it?
The plight of man. Oh, man. She's alive there.
His wife doesn't die in Oppenheimer, dude. Yeah, fuck you, man.
Yeah, that one movie example of it out of his whole filmography. Fuck you.
I mean, arguably,
Fast forward, she is dead.
no. No,
That's not his wife, Chris.
I don't care. She fucking.
Oh, Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
It's not his wife, dude.
It's just his dead communist side bitch.
That red pussy.
that
hit
red
different.
bitch.
Dude.
That red bitch. Okay.
Gotta hit that Russie.
The Roosy Poosy.
Alrighty. DMTs.
Dumb movie title, Goonzilla. We did it.
Goonzilla.
I don't have
Did you have another one?
anything.
No, I don't.
I don't have anything.
I had Big Trouble in Little Ginza,
That's good.
Nice.
Kamikaze Squad, and Goonzilla.
What are we? Some kind of kamikaze squad?
What are
Yeah.
we?
All right, that's it.
Nice.
Neato.
Box office. How much did it cost?
We already know.
I know. We all know. $14 million.
Yeah, we all know. All right.
14 million.
That's how much it cost.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
It's 14 million. How much did it make?
25.
25.
26.
26, actually.
Domestically. Made like
Oh, fuck, I
50
don't know.
worldwide. 50.
I don't know what I saw something the other day where I was like, "Holy shit, are you for real?" It was now I know it's photoshopped, but I was like, "That's insane." It was like over $1 billion in the box office, and I was like, "This is amazing. We're gonna get so many good Godzilla movies."
It's like the Morbin time one.
Yeah.
Where you just, It's the
wow,
fucking-
wow, wow.
It's just Godzilla with the fucking line graph. It's meteoric rise.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
And Scorsese, like, this is cinema, truly.
That is still one of my favorite memes of all time.
That's pretty good.
Is more the Morbius going over the box office off the charts.
So
thing.
good.
It still makes me laugh.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's such
good.
a piece of shit of a movie.
It's so good.
All right, guys.
All right.
Oh, did you see the Madam Web trailer?
Oh, my God.
Oh my god.
The
He was with my mom when she was...
She was murdered for looking at spiders.
What?
Dude, you gotta watch the Madam Web trailer.
What is that? Like Charlotte's
it up.
Web?
No, it's in the Spider-Man universe. It's in Sony's Spider-Man universe, so the bad version.
Dakota Johnson is the Spider-Woman, and Sydney Sweeney's in it too.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Wow, you're good on Sydney Sweeney. All right.
I'm good on Madam Web. Sorry, you guys gonna be rushing to see
Madame Web.
It's Madame, actually.
Oh, my bad.
It's Mademoiselle Webb when she gets married.
Spider Woman.
Bitch Web.
Cunt-ass Web.
Fucking whole web.
Jesus.
What? I was just yes-anding.
just-
I was just yes-anding.
We're just guys.
It's just what a bad person would say, not what I would say.
That's not what I would say personally.
It just truly fell this time.
Oh god. All right, guys.
This is Joshin.
Just joshing around with Josh
joshing
Rodriguez.
Thanks for listening to There Are Too Many Movies. Sorry this one's kind of late, but it's not my fault. It's not Josh's fault.
No, not
if
mine.
you-
Whose is it though?
You could deduce, maybe.
It's not yours?
Not
Are you
mine.
sure?
Not mine.
Oh.
I saw it in IMAX.
So did I.
Okay.
So that
I would say it's your fault then.
Oh.
Yeah. Fuck you, Cinemark.
B.
Later, Toads.